Okay, so to note, little technical difficulty. Well, not really. It's more technical testing. Right now, I only have myself unmuted, and we'll get Sweet unmuted here in a minute. He's just checking his audio to make sure everything's working good. All right, and we're good. Yeah, sorry about that. So, a couple things to note. Sorry for the long start there. I had to quickly help with something before everything. I went to go get a drink. I'm like, well, I had to quickly do this real quick. So, give it a good. I really wish I could get it where I can hear the sound of the music that's playing, but I have no way to output it to another channel right now. So all I can hear is just, when you talk. So it's worth a shot. What? So hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the podcast. Our first double digit. We're in the double digits now. We have a 10.
And we are already
somewhere.
waiting for the triple digit.
Yeah, once we get a triple, that is going to be nice. Hopefully.
That's
Hopefully we can last that long.
yeah. That was I told him directly when he sent me the email. I was like, I want a 00. I want a 00 on that end.
Yeah, and just add one more zero, like, oh hey, we can get to episode 100. Like, let's hope we make it that far. So far, we've only made it to 10.
Well, we would have
Yes.
made. Okay, you were gone like 4 months.
True. That is what hindered a lot of the progress.
So that was 8 episodes basically gone.
Yeah, the only reason why that happened is because I lost internet, and I was not able to do
Yeah.
anything otherwise.
So we would be on
I
episode
could have came back in.
18 now.
Yeah, I could have came back in, but the problem then is that
He couldn't have.
it'd only be him. It would only be him streaming. Nothing on my side would have worked, and, well,
Yeah.
pretty sure my quality would have been terrible anyway. Me trying to talk, I'd be lagging worse than I currently do on his side,
Yeah.
which is already pretty bad. Thanks a lot, Discord. Worthless little thing.
Hey, don't talk about this good that way. It's a nice and caring friend. Okay?
Is it though? Because every time we try to stream something, every time, it's always, oh, I'm sorry, but one of you clearly has terrible internet. I have horrible internet at this very moment. He has kind of...
I have the same.
Yeah, he has worse than what he had.
I have the same upload
In a
as you,
sense.
basically.
I thought it was just... No, you have the...
The download is 300. The upload is 10.
Yeah,
basically.
I used to have 300. Well, actually, no, I have more. I do have more upload than you. But my download used to be it used to be 325, but that was too much money, so I had to obviously not have internet for a few months, and then have to go to a way cheaper plan, which is now like 4012 or 4015. I don't know. The upload changes around. Yay me.
The energy drink tastes very weird after you've eaten a donut.
This is the podcast partner I have to deal with. The one where I'm talking about something that kind of sucks, and then he's just like, this energy drink kind of tastes like a donut. It's kind of weird. Like,
No, it's not
okay.
taste like a donut. It tastes weird with a donut.
Tastes weird with the donut. Okay. Well, sorry, I ignored most of what you said because I was trying to talk about something else.
Welcome to the podcast,
That's the
guys.
kind of
This is
yeah.
this is how we work. Like, oh, you want to talk? But let me tell you first about this energy drink I'm drinking. That smells terrible with a donut.
Of course. Yeah,
Has nothing to do with anything, but hey.
has nothing to do with the sort of subject this podcast goes for. But more so, it's just okay. That doesn't help anything.
My keys are stuck. Okay, I got them.
I swear you kind of. I know you try to online try to basically go for the whole Neko style, but I swear, man, you just keep getting more closer and closer because you keep playing with keys like you're a cat.
No, they were stuck on
It's
my
a cat with a
I
ball
saw
of
the
fur or
keys
something.
and my jacket. I was gonna move them, and they were stuck at my jacket.
This guy, am
I
I
think
right?
my ADHD today is on a high level.
I think mine was earlier, but now it's kind of dimmed down.
And
I
then,
didn't have that,
then you
but I'm
start
just
talking
saying
with
it's
me and
kind
you're
of
like,
it.
you're,
Eh. I'm pretty sure all my energy just gets like thrown over to you or something, or vice versa.
like, sometimes I'm really hyper and like fucking amazing at the podcast. And Nexus is like really tired, like, why are we doing this? And like other times it's him like that's more talking than me, and I'm like, I wanna sleep.
And then sometimes I'm talking for like 10, 15 minutes, and he's just like,
You
"What were you
said
talking about?" I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, my brain stopped working for a minute there. I got, what were you talking about? Like, oh my god,
you start talking, so I
it's
stopped
happening more
listening.
frequently than anything. See,
That's basically
we both do it.
that's how we were. Like, I'm okay. We can sit in a VC, just me, him, and another friend, like randomly, and talk. And we both could just disconnect. We stop listening to everything that's happening. Like, without.
Yeah.
I think we have that. That's the thing. We have the span of nothing. We have no span of what's it called? What is it called? My brain is not working again.
Fly?
Fly?
I'm pretty sure that's the phrase. Is the attention span of a fly? Pretty sure that's the phrase.
I think we have a shorter span than them.
That's right. That's even worse because a fly basically perceive us in like really slow motion. So if they don't have that much good of an attention span, what the hell does that make us? Anyway, might as well go on and talk about some stuff. Something that I want to go and start off with literally what basically the titles go on about. My title talks about me ranting. What was your title again?
Complain and Nexus. That's complaining. I don't know. Right? Let me check. A complaining Nexus.
Oh, well, basically it's gonna be that. So, yeah.
Yeah. I don't.
Let's go ahead and begin. With the first one being something that literally just happened. I was trying to, because I use Restream, I stream to, Twitch, YouTube, and Mixer. I just went to, to set my titles, and a thing popped up, and I'm like, really? Really now, YouTube? Is that what's happening?
Is YouTube a bitch again?
Basically, issue. YouTube flagging external links. This is Restream telling me this. We've received reports that YouTube has begun falsely flagging channels based on external links in the description. This appears to be an issue on their end. Appealing the decision will resolve the issue. And of course, if it says if you don't have any strikes and you can't appeal, then it's already been, put back. But basically, you could get strikes and such for having external links in your description. I have external links in my description for all my social media stuff and yours.
Same, except your social media, but I have your channels and my other friend's channel in the description.
Well, by yours, I mean Twitch and YouTube. I have those in my description.
I have your Twitch and I think your YouTube. I don't have your Mixer, but as we say in the end of every episode, it's like if you watch on YouTube or Twitch, it's not necessarily to watch on Mixer anyways.
Not really. I mean, Mixer's its own thing, mostly for people who watch on Xbox because it's literally a Microsoft-owned platform, so most people watch it from there. But other people actually actively stream to it and everything, and I'm like, oh, okay. I would try that, especially because of the lower latency. It'd make things kind of easier to talk with people.
Yeah.
Nah. Just no friends, no viewers. Nothing,
I miss my little cat I always have in my corner. Like, that's the worst part about streaming my PlayStation. Little cat in the left corner.
Oh. It's kind of funny. Mixer actually made a thing for that, which is funny. Like, it basically made it to where no matter how you stream, so you can stream from the built-in Xbox thing. So obviously it's not gonna have any overlays, but there's apparently something you could do where it will put in an overlay for you. Like you can customize an overlay, and every time you stream, it'll just throw that on there.
But you don't see
No
it on your end.
No, I think it's just seen on stream's end.
They should do
That's
that
cool,
with
I guess, but
with the PlayStation's like PlayStation's what's it called
yeah,
what's it called when you have the chat on the right side like
yeah.
reverse. They should actually remove that from the stream itself. Because I get if you want to use it as for
I kind of like using it, but at the same time, it's like not a lot of people like to see that when they're watching something. They don't like to see just a huge overlay taking over the screen. I mean, what I have right now doesn't do that.
no, I don't have an overlay. I have my starting soon screen and my be right back screen. Those two is the only things I have. And an ending screen that I apparently had to move up a bit because it was under the.
I don't even see the point of using an ending screen. Honestly, makes no sense. When I end, I end.
I mostly do my outro in the with the end screen.
I guess that works. But back to basically YouTube being YouTube. Jerks. Seriously, how in the heck how do you screw up that much? I mean, obviously it's their end. I mean, of course with research, it's like, oh, I mean, it's an issue on their end. Like, yeah, it's pretty apparent.
Can we just scroll back, go back a little bit? You said, how can you screw up? The question
How
is
can
not
you screw that up to be like, oh,
Cal, it's YouTube we're talking about. They can do a lot of things. They can mess up anything.
they screw up all the dang time.
Yeah, so why are you
Saying in
so
general, how in the
surprised?
world is it that you basically just go from, oh hey, you know, we can have whatever link in the description we want to, and I don't know where it's like, boom, just basically get flagged for whatever external link. Like, how do you think I'm linking you guys to?
My Little
What do
Pony,
you think is in there?
XXX stuff.
Clearly, that is clearly what they think.
But yeah, I get that if you link to a place that you shouldn't, that is against.
Yeah, you should be flagged.
Yeah, like if you.
If
Because
you're gonna be loading up porn sites, then yeah, you should pretty much just get suspended or kicked, banned, something. Doesn't matter. Point is, shouldn't be doing it.
yeah.
Still. I mean, no, well, I was gonna say even those who do it, who are actually streamers or content creators and other ways, you know, like gaming-wise or whatever, yeah, they actually do exist. It's just, even they don't obviously link to their own crap. So, why the hell should anyone rando? It's pretty bad that even they get not to.
Wait, what are we talking about? I feel like we.
See, this right here, in action.
This is what they have to deal with
sorry.
every day, basically. Or not.
Just talk, even when we're just talking like, even if we're just talking like in our group chat, which is literally just text. We rarely ever use the VC, which we do more so lately, but that's mostly just whenever somebody just wants to do whatever. But point being, whenever we're just using the text chat, even he just out of nowhere just like has no idea what the heck anyone's talking about, and I'm like, it's in your, you can read. Can you read?
No, I can't read.
That's the question. Okay.
I'm blind.
Yeah, I'm about to say that could be the reason.
Yeah.
Yep, so blind he somehow clicked the start button. How does that work? Got some luck on that side.
Yes, I'm still at what I'm doing.
It depends if you're completely blind. If you're just legally blind, that's a different story.
What?
I was saying if you were completely blind or legally blind. There's some folks that are apparently legally blind in some way and they can still see.
Interesting. I mean, so.
I'm sure somebody I know is just like, it's just like very dark, but they can still see. It's just still pretty dark.
I mean, that's probably because it's like. It can be like some sort of like white black colorblind also.
Oh, that's not really it. It's a diagnosis thing. You know.
He's branding.
I was gonna bring something else.
I don't know. You want to talk about a lot of stuff, and I don't know half of it because.
Yeah, you don't know half of them. Because you just don't look up that much. You've been too busy watching your Netflix shows and everything else.
Yeah, I watched Flash. I've been watching Flash. I've been so interested in the Arrowverse lately that I've been like only into that. Mostly because I'm stuck at two shows, Arrow and Legends of Tomorrow, because there's a 4 crossover episode. Like there's like one episode that's on 4 different channels, and it begins on Supergirl and ends at Legends of Tomorrow. No, Flash. And I have to see.
They made that one like a weird scheduling. I was like, what? It did what it did. Yeah.
What season do Supergirl come into? Was it first season of?
What of like when Arrow started? Like what season and Supergirl came in?
Yeah, was it first season? No, 4th season of Arrow. That must be 3rd season.
Well, it was season 2 of Flash. Season 2 of Flash is when Supergirl started. That was like season 1, I think.
And season 4 for Arrow, and because Flash is 2 seasons after Arrow, or I think they're 4 now, but
well, it was 3 because we went from it was in season 3 when it's had the whole Flash stuff going. So yeah.
Yeah, and John Diggle in Flash said it's easy to fight Mercurius. I mean, I don't know. Overstrength humans or meta humans. I don't know. What would be harder to fight?
Probably the metahumans, because you don't know what the hell could happen. Well, it's one thing to fight like a super strong person who has like regenerative deals, and then you got other bits where it's like, oh hey, this guy could just shoot freaking lasers out of his eyes. Alright, this person could just teleport right behind you and snap your neck. And you never know what's gonna happen.
And I still hate Fawn. I'm gonna say it here live. I hate Fawn. It's a terrible villain.
Say what you want. Not gonna change my opinion. We're not gonna get into any specifics because obviously not gonna be spoiling the show. So no. Go watch the shows.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a big fan of
They're on
Flash.
Netflix, but if you're in Europe, it's likely a year behind.
I'm behind on Supergirl.
You don't have Supergirl, according to you.
No, that's why I'm behind.
No, I'm saying like they're a year behind when it comes to all the other shows, apparently, according to you.
No, season 7 comes out for Arrow tomorrow. You have it already come out?
Yeah, a year.
Yeah, but we are in
or basically a season. Yeah. You take the off
but
break.
we're in Europe, okay?
But
because you Americans are special.
It's the very next season when it starts. We get it literally a day after the season ends. Like then we get it on Netflix. It's like when we get the shows going. It's like right after the season ends, like a day after, maybe 2 or 3, the season will show up on Netflix.
And then you have season 3, I think. Is this 3 season for? The 4 season for Legends of Tomorrow, I think we have. And
let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the 5th season, I think.
And I think we have 4 seasons of Flash. Can be 5 or 6 or so.
We are on the 6th. We're on the 6th season of Flash.
Actually, I can check that up where we are at because
Anyway. I'm gonna say anyway a lot because honestly it's just the thing I do.
Anyway,
like
let's go to
that. And now, let's go to commercial.
We have 5 seasons of Flash.
Good for you.
Yes.
Well, really, we have that's the thing. I'm saying like the 6th one just started, so that kind of makes sense in that bit. But I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyways. We're gonna go back into what I was trying to go on about, the whole you not understanding anything because you just don't look around because you've been busy with your shows. There's been a lot that's going on in the last couple weeks. Don't know why, but a lot. Why is it these last 2 weeks have just been a a bunch of stuff out of nowhere. I don't get it.
Nor do I.
I don't really know the specific order of events in this case, but I guess I'll basically start with one that everybody went freaking crazy over, which makes sense. It was a real dickish move. Basically, the whole Blizzard deal that was going on. Yeah, that was
all I know is it was
right.
something about China. That's all I know. I stop caring.
So basically, what happened is that Blizzard holds their little tournaments for basically for their games, and this was for the game Hearthstone. So basically, there was a person, I believe, basically from China, and I don't know if they were basically in China or if it was just they were obviously from it. I don't know because I didn't really pay too much attention to that bit. I just know what happened is that basically he said to or whatever it was, freaking free China from all this stuff, or it's basically just he was on the side of the protesters in Hong Kong and everything. Yeah, he was obviously he was on the side of them, and he said it out loud on a interview thing they had on their live stream. So basically, it was him and two people were interviewing him, and he said that, and basically what happened is Blizzard said that he violated his contract, and by saying that, so they banned him. They suspended him. He got banned from Hearthstone. They took all of his winnings, all of it, because he won. They took all of his winnings, where he got none, and they also fired the two interviewers. Why they fired those two, I don't know, but they did. Those two were fired.
Okay, that sounds dumb. Okay, if it sounds, I mean, if he had a contract, I get it. And then it's come down to the interview, what did the journalist do?
Fires the two interviewers. Who knows what the hell they did? But basically, it's just that. I mean, honestly, okay, it kind of makes sense in a sense that it kind of violated the contract or whatever. If you're gonna suspend him for a little bit, I guess okay, but that's still pretty stupid. Take all of his winnings away, that is a huge misstep. He already won. It's not like he did this during the tournament. He did it after the tournament and won, but got none of his earnings at that point. And the reason why is because Blizzard is basically in league with a giant group in China, which I believe is called Tencent. 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 And basically both Activision and Blizzard are both a part of this. So there is that lovely bit. So of course they were just thinking about the money in that case, oh, we can't get too political in this. If they start talking about Hong Kong protests and all this other stuff, we might lose some money from China over here, or China company. So nope.
That goes into what I wanted, what I asked if we should have talked about yesterday, because I think that's an interesting thing to talk about, is the protest in Hong Kong, because I randomly watched a video, I think it was yesterday, that I
just avoid all bit of contact about it, because it's not that I don't care, it's that I just don't really see the point of me watching, because
I used the part of, the thing was, the video I watched was just a random video. It was just a video that sang a song and showed protest. It was about how that person supported Hong Kong, and I was like, damn, I forgot this is going on. I had forgotten the protest in Hong Kong, because
yeah, I mean, no one's really talked about it other than this whole Blizzard thing that's come on. In a while, no one's really talked about it.
No, because it's it happens, but it's so usual these days that someone's protesting or something is happening, that you kind of get numb to the idea that we are actually living in a world where not everywhere there's actual freedom. And Hong Kong is a free part of China. They are own country basically, because of it was I read about it. It's I think it's it's called one government, two systems. So basically, China is the main government. They own Hong Kong, but because of since 1997, Great Britain gave Hong Kong back to China, but because of Hong Kong wanted their freedom still, they basically became independent. And that contract, though, is ending in 2047. So, but here's the thing: like, it's so dumb that we live in a world where China, Russia, Korea. I don't know if South Korea is a communist country or not.
It's not.
That's weird. But like, then we have 3 big countries in the world that are communists, and that doesn't work with. That is such a big impact on our world. I mean, right, it's not that big, but it's still part of our like everyday life, kind of. I mean, who doesn't like the stories of Kim Jong-un fucking up something? Or trying to fish with missiles.
I thought it was weird, but no, whatever.
You don't get it, do you? He's firing missiles.
No, I got it. I got
Good.
it.
He actually
I'm
got
the one who
them.
said it. I'm the one who mentioned it to you.
Was it?
Yeah, I want to mention it to you.
When?
I said that they were shooting, they were shooting test missiles underwater.
Yeah, he's trying to fish. I wonder if he got any fish though.
No, it was like in a couple podcasts ago. I don't really know how many, but just a few podcasts ago I mentioned it.
See, this is our. By the way, guys, our planning is out of the window. We like stopped planning like 3 podcasts ago. Technically 10.
Basically, I mean,
10
we
podcasts
actually
ago.
had, yeah, we never had a plan. I mean, in reality, we had like a topics list where we'd actually put down topics for us to not really, we don't have to strictly follow it, so it's not completely scripted, but basically we have to adhere to it. But now we just don't even use it.
No.
We just basically go off of whatever's in our head.
And what basically happened? Like, do we know happened? And like, I feel like we joke a lot on this podcast. That was why I want to talk about Hong Kong, because it is the thing. It's such a serious matter that we don't really think about it in the same way. Again, it happens everywhere. And I think what were the last big protests? Wasn't it like somewhere in? Wasn't it when they took down the guy in Egypt or something? That was the last big one.
I would not know. I pay zero attention to anything that happens in the world.
Same,
because it affects me in no way. And while sure, I definitely sympathize with those that are having plenty of issues and are, having hard lives, it's just the point that I don't really read about it because I just don't want to read about it. I don't want to look up anything about it, and I'm not somebody who has money to help donate in any way, so I don't see a point in me trying to, read up about this stuff. Because it's just, if I had plenty of money I could spare, then sure, why not? I'd go and try to help out.
The thing about the
Otherwise,
Hong Kong thing is
I
that we
can't.
can't really help them with money. The thing that needs to be
Well, not really.
done is the government.
Well, then we definitely should have freaking thrown like millions of dollars. That was the freaking Amazon fire, but no, avoid that entirely.
I mean, we tried to save the forest. Then we have the Brazilian leader basically burning down the forest, be like, I didn't do anything.
Honestly, it's just, I don't even know what the hell is going. But you just said that, and it just reminded me of something.
Oh no!
Did you guys know that? Okay, obviously we know, but I'm saying for anyone out there, did you see how Trump made a freaking Twitch channel?
But he did.
What the fuck is? Yes, he made a freaking Twitch channel. I'm dead serious. He made a Twitch channel, and the only thing it's used for is to live stream his like press conferences or whatever.
I mean, it's not a bad idea.
It's not a bad idea, but he's like broadening his social media reach, and it is stupid. He's already on his phone 24/7 trying to freaking tweet about whatever the hell goes on in his life.
Oh,
or whatever's going on in the world, which should be freaking kept in the office. He shouldn't be freaking tweeting all this crap out in the world. But no, he's like, that's like, oh, just met this guy, or I just met with some world leaders. Hey, these guys are kind of annoying. Maybe we should take them out. Like, you are on a global social media network where those people that you wanted to take out can probably see what you're saying. So how about you just shut up, you dumb idiot?
Hey, have you
I don't care to call it, but
Netflix latest Dunham special?
yes, I have.
I started to think about that.
That's exactly what I was thinking of when I was talking about the freaking 24/7 tweeting thing. I'm like, it reminded me of that.
That reminds me of the advisor from...
what was his name? Larry?
I don't know.
To note, what was his name? What was it? Beside Myself? Was that the name of the new one? I don't remember what it was. But, point is, like, there's the name drop here. I guess we've already said it. The new Jeff Dunham special on Netflix. Funny guy, obviously, you know, ventriloquist. But point is, he unveiled a new one, which is probably supposed to be Trump's assistant, and it was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Basically going off about stuff like, you know, him always being on his damn phone all the time. Like,
he's never putting it down, even on the toilet.
Yeah.
I mean, I also messaged stuff from the toilet.
I'm sure that's fine, but it's the point that the guy's if you're basically the whatever, you're basically chief
like
of
sitting in the middle of a meeting, like I'm sitting in a meeting.
You're basically the executive leader in a sense, and executive leader of a country. You know, you don't control the country. You're just like an executive, basically. So you're that. You're pretty dang important in the country. Yet you're just sitting there on your phone on Twitter all the damn time, just talking about whatever. It's one thing when Obama does it because he didn't do it. Now he does because what else is he gonna do? Got the freedom to do it now, and he can say whatever he wants. Then you got Trump over here, who's still in the office, freaking talk about what the hell he's gonna do next. Like, okay, that's good for you. This isn't a U.S. only deal.
Oh wait, I tweeted that live. Tweeted. How would we stop this? Burn the people. Wait, that doesn't work.
Yeah, but like I said, he basically got a Twitch channel, and I'm like, why? Why would you make a Twitch channel? I mean, again, from what I saw, because I saw the channel, I'm like, oh my god, he freaking made a channel. I looked at the VODs, and there's only one on there, and I think it was about a press conference, and I'm like, okay, I guess that makes sense, but why a Twitch channel again?
I mean, I get if they do it for the White House in general, like in the end, like for the, because that would be a good thing for the president in the future to.
I don't understand the point in that bit, because with Twitch, it's more so of like a creation platform. You know, it's like with, you know, you have gaming, you have like creative stuff, like, you know, if you're good at technology, making stuff, cooking, I guess.
Two idiots
or if you just want to do in real life stuff where you're just walking around. Podcasts, which includes that, a bunch of other stuff. That makes sense.
I don't have
press conference. No, I don't see that fitting very well.
Not yet, but it's gonna be pop, because if you think about it, TV is starting to disappear. Like TV in general is.
I mean, yeah, I mean, I guess it makes sense, but at the same time, they could just put it on some of their website, like a news article or freaking.
That's the thing. People don't look
if he was to make it, if he was to make it a YouTube channel, I think that'd be fine. It's stupid, obviously, but it'd still be fine. Make better sense. Twitch channel? No.
I don't know. Would they like break every
This is a good network.
On YouTube?
Use it.
Oh my god, think about
But again,
a headline like Trump banned on YouTube.
I mean, in reality though, yeah, I can't do a very good Trump impression.
No one can. Not even him.
no, there's some pretty good ones out there. There's some pretty good ones, but still, that's very stupid. Before I was just gonna mention it. I mean, it was one little thing. but about that Blizzard deal, they did recently just give back his winnings and they lessened his suspension, but still did. Kind of a dick move. And a lot of people are boycotting Blizzard, actually. So, people who used to play, like, WoW, you know, World of Warcraft, Overwatch, Diablo, whatever, there's just a huge boycott going on now where no one's going to play it. They're just done.
Yeah, but that's what happened. They should have expected that.
I mean, I kind of understand the point in that, but at the same time I don't, because this decision came from the executives of Blizzard.
Yeah,
don't just screw Blizzard over entirely. This came from the executives.
If you think about this, Valve, if you cancel your subscription, Valve, they lose money.
Yeah, they do, but so do the devs. That's the point. The devs have nothing to do with this, and the devs are actually mad at it too. They're mad at Blizzard for what the hell they did.
But they also, and that's because then people are gonna stop playing their games, and the devs gonna get more pissed because people are not gonna be able to get paid for the games they made.
Probably, I mean, it's already started a movement apparently, because apparently 30 people walked on the main Blizzard headquarters.
Damn.
Like 30 people or so, like went outside the building and just started a protest. Employees of Blizzard just walked out and started a protest. Like, okay, that is awesome. That's cool.
That's the thing. Our world has such a power when it comes to it. That's the thing people don't understand is our voices, the moment we start actually raise our voices towards something we don't like, we get heard. But if you just sit there in the back and doesn't say anything, you're never gonna be heard and expect that everything's gonna change without it. Like, it's not gonna change.
Also, don't sit there on us. I mean, sometimes it works, but not really. But just get out there and start talking. Don't just sit there on a social media platform and argue about it. I mean, it's one thing if you're streaming and you're actually, you know, you can see people talking and everything like that. But it's another if you're on Twitter just posting like crazy. Don't be a Trump.
Don't be a Trump.
Don't be a Trump. Don't just post everything that's well, okay, you can post whatever the hell you want to post, but I'm just saying that don't just do that, okay? Just go out there and do the voice thing too. That works better.
Yeah, like if I'm gonna say this, if you're on social media, you're not gonna be treated like that serious. Like, that's the
you're gonna be treated that serious when like tons of population is either. Well, actually, there's a lot of people that would care, but then there's also a large population of Twitter that is either 13 or has lied about their age and is quite younger and is just toxic idiots. So,
or they are just in general just toxic.
Yeah, there's a lot of toxic folks there. Not bad though. I mean, from what I've seen lately, there's a lot of supportive folks just for everything, but.
That's the thing. That's why like Hong Kong, Blizzard, stuff like that gets hurt is because people hire the voice without social media. They use their like we do. We use Twitch specifically for this podcast. Basically, is to show us what we like, what we doesn't like, and stuff like that. We show what is good and bad.
And I'm sure our voices aren't really getting much distance because we don't, you know, not many people watch us and everything, but still, that's fine.
It's a voice that's gonna get heard in the future, maybe, or some other time, like...
Maybe. I mean, I am trying to broaden our, like, platform because I've previously wanted to do, you know, obviously audio podcast only, so, you know, you wouldn't have to go to YouTube or Twitch or wherever the heck the archive is, and watch that bit. You can literally just listen to audio only on the podcast platform, which at the moment I can only get on one of them, but I mean, hey, if we're able to, maybe I can try some other ones.
And if we ever can succeed in getting into Spotify also, we would definitely upload on Spotify.
That would help a lot. I mean, I've actually heard that some basically local bands like around where I live are actually on Spotify, so I'm like, okay, if they get their music on there, more than likely we get a podcast on there, but I'd rather be more, I've said it before, but I'd rather them be a little bit more professional in a sense, but what can you do?
Hey, I mean, that's the thing.
Which is basically why I'm saying, like, starting from whenever we started this new system, like episode 7 or 8.
I think it was
maybe a couple of the older ones too, but...
I think it was 7.
Yeah,
I think the first time we actually kind of did go outside the idea was when we did the history episode in, was this episode 3?
Yeah, that was episode 3. We actually did like that one. I would upload because that was like really good. And
Yeah, and that was like
I'd
we
recommend.
had a topic that was the main topic, was the history. We had that as a topic, and it became like something more because it was like also so freely made because you start.
Yeah, we just basically just kept talking about like the
70s.
history of technology and gaming, basically,
Yeah.
just like all through the internet from
The 60s,
basically its conception.
I think we started like in the 60s, 70s.
Roughly the 60s, yeah.
Yeah.
And then just like came up to present as much as we could. Obviously, we didn't cover everything because that'd be way longer of a stream. But
Yeah,
you know,
that
we
was the
did what we did.
longest that we did. Also, it was like, but I checked that 3 hours. I was like, we are not even like done yet. We have at least 30 minutes. I thought we were like 30 minutes left, and then was like.
I don't think I even have the full thing on the third one. I don't know if it got
You know.
the whole episode. I'll have to check.
Yeah, but that was like interesting because it was like that was our first episode that was more free flowing, and I think it was.
Yeah. I mean, it kind of reverted back after, but for a few episodes, it kind of just stuck back to that whole scripted scene. But then I don't remember which episode it was. It could have been like 7 or 6, just somewhere around there. It was basically right after I got my internet back, maybe. I don't know about that, but it was somewhere. We kind of went like full freeform again, just like out of nowhere. Just started going randomly off topic and having like a full discussion. And it's like, okay, that was good. Let's keep that up. I don't remember which episode. But
Yeah, I think it was like 6 or 7. I think you were back at
yeah, that's what I'm
episode
thinking.
5. I think you were. No, episode 6. I think you were back.
I don't know.
My stream
Kinda
is down.
lose
My stream
track.
is down.
Mine's up.
Yeah, but my disconnected.
Yep, mine's up.
Yeah.
what are we going
Okay,
for?
I'm having a bit of disconnection issues here. Okay, I am back live.
Yeah,
If the stream froze for if anyone's watching, my stream disconnected. I think I had a spike in the internet.
I've noticed. Weird. Happens. Anyway, yeah. So basically, I just want to try to get. I'm probably basically my plan is just to download all, or convert all of the previous ones into audio, and then just upload as is. But I'm gonna like add a little audio intro in the beginning, just to explain a few things, and then it'll go into our episode.
And
But
we're gonna
the
have to
first
start
few of
getting
them
a proper intro to our own show.
I mean, there kind of is one. It's kind of there. It's
Kinda.
growing.
Yeah, kind
But
of stuff.
I mean, the thing is, we need to actually start introducing ourselves, because not everyone comes in at the first episode and gets it.
Like,
They kind of need to know.
wait, who's in the podcast? Yeah, I don't know. I'm just here. I'm just the co-host, but I don't know the guy.
Yeah, that's what it is. But I mean, it's just kind of a thing. You have to kind of mention, like, the voice that is talking right now belongs to Nexus. The other one belongs to Boy Gaming.
Or
There you
Swedenboy
go. That's
Gaming,
easy.
depending on.
It depends, but it's whatever. I title it always as Swedenboy Gaming. That's just that.
Yeah, because
Stick to it.
in the end, it's gonna be up on my Twitch channel, YouTube channel. In the end, every episode I have, except don't watch episode 9 on my channel because there may or may not be an inside Nexus on that one.
Yeah, did you say yourself was muted?
Yeah, no, I wasn't muted. I think it was the mixer output I had, mic. It showed that it was working, but the sound wasn't picking up for the stream. Like the stream didn't get the pickup.
Did you change it to output so you could hear yourself, but you never changed it back to stop? Does that work?
I have never changed anything in that, so.
Well, regardless, yeah. So don't watch that one on his side, because it's not correct. Any other one you could perfectly watch on his side, I imagine.
Yeah, I'm not as far this far. I don't know about.
Yeah, so you can watch all those on his side, watch them on my side, doesn't really matter. My side has a synthwave playlist playing in the background. I'm sure people have noticed, but yeah,
Mine
mainly just so it's
doesn't.
not too quiet.
Mine doesn't.
If we had enough people in here, I wouldn't use it. Like, I wouldn't use the music. It's just, I feel like there needs to be something in the background, you know?
But there's one question I want to ask you, because mostly because for was it a few weeks ago, the Destiny stuff was released, and you have some complaints about your clan.
Oh, you want to get into that one?
Yes, I want to know what the fuck is going.
You want to know what's going on in that one?
Yeah.
So this, I mean, it's nothing too big, I guess. It's just kind of pisses me off. I'm not gonna name the clan. I'm not gonna name anyone in it because that's the wrong thing to do.
Yes.
Honestly, there's a lot of awesome people in it, and that's great. And obviously, you know, it's cool. That's fine. I'm probably gonna be leaving it soon. I don't know. The thing is, the sad thing is, if people actually look me up, they can see what clan I'm in, and they can just guess from there. But basically, my clan is basically one of those that is 21 and up. So there's basically that, and I'm not far off, so I count. It's fine. But it's just that it's like 21 and up because they wanted adults only, which makes sense because a lot of the kids or whatever can be annoying. There's some that aren't that annoying or aren't at all. They're pretty cool. But it's just the point. It's just at the very least, you know, you got grown-ups around, you can just say whatever the hell, and people are not going to be freaking sensitive about it. That's what I thought. That is what I thought. But apparently, one of our mods, which I'm a mod too, but one of the other mods basically comes in and, or, you know, they usually play with a lot of people and everything. Basically, what was it? Somebody said that they couldn't do a certain, like, event, which is, I'm pretty sure they were trying to do the Black Armory in it, so that's the event name. And they couldn't do it, and something was messing up, but they couldn't get something from it. And the mod said, well, that's life, you know, life isn't really that fair or whatever. Or, I think that's basically what they said. Yeah, basically, just, you know, life isn't that fair or whatever. Basically said something like that, and apparently it rubbed those people the wrong way. And that mod was then demoted back down to a normal member, and they left. They're back now, and I don't know if they've been added back into the mod deal, but my god. Somebody got so friggin' sensitive that the main admin who says, oh, I talked with all the other admins, and, you know, we kind of came to this decision, like, it didn't seem like any of the other people wanted them to go. So, what are you talking about? It sounds like you're just talking shit.
Yeah.
But no! You just get overly sensitive over crap, and all because of that, just that one little statement, which not at all sensitive. Don't know how. How's that sensitive?
Well, can you check the year we live in first forward, and you get why?
Pretty much. But just to say life isn't that fair. I mean, hey, it's a thing, and plus it's a thing to jest. It's a joke. And even if it's not a joke, it's just a thing to say, like, yeah, well, I mean, it kind of sucks.
It's not that
That's
either.
basically a way to say, and also, it's very true that the Destiny RNG system, which I don't know if they worked on it any time recently, but it's never really been that good on giving you good stuff. Here lately it does, because they have it set to where as long as you have something of a level in your inventory, you'll always get something higher when you get another armor piece, or somewhere around that. So, that's good, but before it was nothing like that. It was like really tough to get crap. Now it's just really tough to actually get a certain piece of armor or a certain piece of weapon you're wanting. But still, it's just, they get so offensive about that. And I'm just sitting over here like, Jesus, are they gonna be this freaking... If they're just gonna be adults with diapers on, I don't see the point of being here. I don't see the point of being in that clan if they're just gonna be freaking wimpy about it.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, I'm gonna read something that they said. I mentioned that. I mentioned, you know, like, okay, you know, you got that. I'm not very caught up. Okay, I said, wow, I don't get caught up very much in here, but seems people are a bit too sensitive here. because I don't really look up that much in the Discord server or anything. It's like I'd say, oh hi, I'm sensitive. Let's just move the fuck on. That's what one of them said. Just like, oh, just move the fuck on. I'm like, okay. Not even letting a friendly discussion about it. Wanted me to say, screw it. The person's gone. Whatever. Bye bye. I can't put my opinion towards it. Is that what it is? My opinion out. Does your opinion
It's
outweigh mine?
2019.
Like, oh, I don't want to talk about it.
2019. You're not allowed to have opinions. Okay?
Clearly not. Not at all. Opinions don't exist. You got that opinion? Get the hell out of here. You don't deserve to show that off. Screw your opinion. Seriously, just... Yeah. Part of me just kind of wants to leave it. Besides, I haven't really been very active with it in the first place. And then, like I said, there's a few people on there that are fine, but yeah.
For me, a clan or anything like a group should be of people you know you're gonna play with. Like, that's why I barely join like a guild or a faction in games. Because I'm like, I'm a solo player.
Random. I mean, yeah, so am I. I'm mostly a solo player, but I mean, there are times when I need obvious help because there are events where you do need it because you have what are called strikes and everything. They require 3 people, and you randomly matchmake every time you try to launch one. And randos are really terrible in everything. They just always do something wrong. So it's very nice to have somebody who will help. And then there's obviously raids where it doesn't have any matchmaking. You need to just find 5 other people because it's a 6-player thing. And you're gonna need some people who actually know what the hell they're doing. Which apparently some new folks had no idea what the hell they were doing. Like, come on, dude. It's not hard to understand what's going on. Just explain. You have that one person who knows what they're doing, quickly explains it to them, and you're good to go. Oh, I did it. I had no idea what the hell I was doing when I went through the first one, and I'm like, oh, this guy's explaining to me, and went straight through it. No problems. Maybe a couple, but, that was just stupidity. But mostly it's just like, it went fine. But overall, there's some cool folks in there. They're fine. I wouldn't mind playing games with them and such, but it's just like, I don't see the point of me being in the clan anymore, because it's also one of those where it's like, oh, you need to be active all the time. Because every Tuesday is like a reset, like a weekly reset for events and stuff like that. And different items and such. And basically the rule is, oh, every weekly reset, you need to at least play with one other clan member. And then after that, you can go do whatever you want. Like, what? Jeez, come on, dude.
That's dumb rule.
They're just kind of dumb. It's like, I'm mostly a solo person. Like, I prefer playing games a lot on my own. Even though it kind of can be rough, because I can go into a lot of high-level crap.
That's like the only time you're gonna someone play. You need to play with someone. It's like when you go into the high-level stuff.
Yeah. I mean, like, a lot of people are now in, like, the 900s. I'm still 881, or 882 now. But look at the 900s on their level, and I'm like, I don't see me getting there anytime soon. Yeah. People. They say they could be mature and be adults about crap. And they don't. Oh, and like I said, they invited that, or, like, the main person that wanted the mod to come back that they demoted and everything. It's like, oh no, come back, da-da-da. Like, okay, they're back. Wonder how this is gonna go. Actually gonna be nicer this time, or it's just gonna be like, nah, you're still doing things wrong, bye-bye. Like, they do that, I'm absolutely leaving.
That's why I hate people when they get, like, for me, if I say something that I don't wanna, if I say something, like, I don't care what you think often. If I say something that's actually rude, that's one thing. But if I say something in a manner that's like a joke, like, when I always says, like, when Nexus does something, when someone does something good, I always make fun of it, like, good for you, want a medal? Like, I make fun of it because, like, yes, I'm glad it's going to success, but I want to make fun of it because people get so overexcited these days over small things, and I'm like, good for you. Like, seriously, people these days gets too easily excited. Like, when I was young, like, I was excited if I succeeded playing with a game somehow. That was the best success we had back in our days. Now games are easy. No comment?
Yeah, sorry, I was like trying to quick reply to something else, letting you keep going. But
Like
I
nothing.
mean, you're not wrong. The only thing that is like, rough, obviously, is like the Dark Souls style game.
Yeah, but
whatever.
otherwise the games that is too easy. So you sit there like, oh, so this was.
It's even worse that when you have a game that's like really that can be really grindy, or that at least used to be very much so. Like I said, Destiny 2 very much used to be that, and the first Destiny was definitely like that. But now they've kind of moved away from being completely grindy. Still kind of is, but literally you can just like shoot through it if you just play through the story. And just like boom, you have everything right then and there. You're all good to go. Play the story, you're good. But yeah, before it was just like pretty hard, which kind of grew into being the good playful factor. But still, the stories are always very short. Makes no sense. Like the new one that came out, Shadowkeep, it's pretty short. Pretty short. I'm pretty sure I'm almost done beating it, and it did not take that long for me to get there.
And you're like, and then you're not.
I won't even try to beat it right now. I'm trying to replay the original campaign so I can just level up and then get to that, but still, it's kind of dumb.
I don't like when I like when games is like not too long, but when they are too short, like you complete in like a few hours, it's more like that was a waste.
So I really want a game that just like you are definitely gonna spend a lot of time on. It doesn't have to be like hours and hours and hours of entertainment. It's something that's gonna take a while. Like that is one of the things I did like about the Telltale style games, or Life is Strange games or whatever. Just obviously they're gonna be long because that's how long the stories are. Like every episode of those were like a couple of hours.
Wasn't it like 2 hours each episode, basically? I think
2 to 3.
Yeah, and that's like
3 if you get lost. Because I did that once. It's like, 2 episodes for everything.
yeah, but
Third
that's
episode
like
comes around.
that's
I'm
fine
so freaking
also
lost.
because you sit there like that's like what 18 hours of entertainment at worst.
Yeah, it's like I'm pretty sure the first season of Walking Dead Telltale is 10 hours.
In total.
I think.
I think Borderlands is
so.
around the same.
Well, basically it would be. Actually, it's a little bit of no, because basically it's 5 episodes, so 2 for each. So that'd be like 10. But then you also have the DLC episode if you have it, and that's maybe an hour.
Yeah, and I think Borderlands is the same thing, and Batman. I think those are like 10 hours.
All the Telltale, really. Everything in Telltale is 5, except for the final season of Walking Dead. That's 4.
Yeah, because I think they would have made it 5 if they didn't have to.
No, I think the idea was just 4. Besides, Skybound took that over, so that'd be up to them, really. They wanted to continue.
Well, they had
they
to
made a
because
definitive
people
edition.
wanted it too much. So they.
Yeah. That is a recommendation also for anyone. If you want to get into the Walking Dead Telltale series, buy the definitive edition. It's like $45 for all of them. So you're saving a lot of money for all the Walking Dead stuff. So saving a lot of money. You get features that we didn't even get, like you get to play in the engine of the newest game for all the older ones. So it's like, okay, that'd be nice to have for us, but no, you have to pay $45 in order to do that with even one game.
Ooh.
The only downside is the old games where every chapter in the game was an achievement. Now it's every episode is an achievement. I'm like, oh, well,
Yeah,
that's
like
but okay.
that was what I disliked about the game. Everything you did, basically every episode was like, you're done. Actually, Borderlands had an achievement for like the act also. Like there was the acts in the episodes.
Yeah, I mean, I like that because obviously it's going to give you more of a score. You get bigger score doing that, so it's nice.
But also like,
even if it's not a big score, because on Xbox the minimum amount of gamer score, which obviously what you get when you complete achievements, the minimum amount in a game has to be 1,000. It has to be. You can split it up any way you want. They can be whatever they want. They just in total have to be 1,000. But you can increase it. It just the minimum has to be 1,000.
I don't think Nintendo has that, or PlayStation has that sort of thing.
I don't think they do. Mostly because there's not much of a scoring. It's more of just
An XP.
how many trophies you have.
I think they have an XP thing, but I don't know how that works. If it's because
I just know obviously it's you can get bronze, silver,
gold,
and
plat.
platinum.
I have 6 plats. Three of them is Telltale, so they were freebies basically.
Yeah, those are Telltale games are very easy. Only some are a little bit difficult, but that's just like one little section where you could just do this one thing.
It's like one of those section where you have to like click the button really quick.
Like in Walking Dead, like in the Walking Dead 400 Days episode, you have to win a game of rock paper scissors in order to do it, and it's a little bit tricky because you don't know what the hell's going to happen, and you have to restart that entire chapter in order to do it if you lost. Or actually, you don't have to. You could just quickly revert to last save. You have to be quick, otherwise you have to restart. But you just have to win rock, paper, scissors.
My other 3 plats is Far Cry Primal. That was like that was a little bit tedious because you had to level up or get all skill points or all skills. And after like a certain level, like if you go to, I think it's like level 50 or something, you can't level up anymore, so you have to find the skill points by doing certain missions. And that was like the tedious because you had to run. My other game is Skyrim. I actually got a plan for that. And my third game that had to work was 13 RXG or something. I remember the name. It was like it was one of those Gmail games. Like
now those I would expect easy plats.
No, this was. I mean, it depends which game you get. If you get like Resident Evil 7, I think it's gonna be a.
That's different.
Yeah,
sure.
But like this one,
I feel like
was more like
indie games.
Literally, half of the champion was die because of death, drown. I'm like.
One thing I really hate, like really badly, is when you have a game where they take the same achievements and trophies from a multi-platform game, which it's fine if there are, just the basic ones, but sometimes you'll go into an Xbox game, go into the achievements list, there is a get all achievements in the game one, and you think, okay, that's not too bad, if you can obviously do those achievements, but the problem is sometimes that won't even unlock when you do all the achievements. It just won't unlock because it's meant to be set to the platinum system in PS4, but it has no idea of that on Xbox, so sometimes it just won't unlock.
For PlayStation,
you're just stuck there with an achievement that won't work.
For PlayStation, if it had DLC, they don't count. If they are in a...
Well, I know, and that's the other thing with Xbox, it's all, if there's a DLC out with new achievements, it'll add on to the game, ruining your 100%.
Yeah,
but
and
that's just the point
that I don't like.
at that time.
Like that's the...
I don't like that either.
But
I like that about PS4, that they split off into different
segments. I think they
segments.
didn't do that in the beginning, but I think they started doing that later on because I think people was like getting mad at that because it was so dumb. Especially if you're a achievement hunter and like actually try to get 100, and then a DLC comes and it adds on, and you're like, why? I'm not gonna buy the DLC.
I kind of wish Xbox would kind of go with that, but I think it's like ingrained into their system, so there's just nothing you can do. One thing I find hilarious is that for years, like PS3, I think it was for PS3, the PS3 discs were on the left side of the case. That's where they were, and it's just like, okay, like that's how that works. The 360 was on the right side. And then, out of nowhere, the new generation comes out, Xbox One and PS4, they both switch. So now PS4 is on the right side of the case, and Xbox One is on the left side. Like, what are you doing? Like, did you want to unify it, or? Because I think what they were trying to do is trying to keep it the same way. Yeah, PlayStation 2 is on the right side. Maybe PS3 was on the right side too, but I just know something was on the left. And I think they were trying to unify it and try to make it all on the right. But
let me check. I have a PlayStation 3 game. Nope, right side.
Maybe it was like a PAL thing. I don't know what it was. It was just
Maybe
something did it.
GameCube.
It wasn't GameCube. GameCube was right.
GameCube was back in the day.
Yeah, and I have one. And I have games for it.
Maybe it's supposed to use like United States thing.
That's what I'm saying. Like, the United States thing is mostly on the right side. So I don't know if like there was like a certain PAL or Japanese deal that put on the left. Maybe it was Japanese. They do have a lot of backwards stuff.
But let me check. So it cannot be. It's not sure that I just hired him, but it can be that I have him. Discord because reasons.
That could be a thing.
So it should be better now.
No, Japanese, like Japan has like a lot of backwards deals, and that's not to be like mean or anything. Just how that works, like between there and here. Like let's say their accept button is on the right side. So with Nintendo, they have A as the right button, and on a Japanese PS4, for example, circle is basically the X button.
Yeah, but
Circle
isn't it
is
X
accept.
button that no one agreed that they made fun of in a meme? Like the X button is like on 3 different positions. Nobody's like, everyone's like, why can't you use agree to one spot?
PS4, X is on the bottom. Xbox, the X is on the left. And here we come with Nintendo, it's at the top.
And everyone's like,
And agree.
can't you just have it at the same place? No.
No. It's kind of bad of a system.
But in the end, when you play games, in the end, you no matter controller, you know the controls in your head. Like,
Well, it depends on the person. I know some people, which mostly adults who don't really play games that much, they'll just look straight down at the controller like,
yeah,
that button, okay.
I mean, seasoned gamers, it doesn't matter what controller they use. If they use a you know, they're gonna know which.
The only time it confused me was back when I had the Ouya. I still have that. I really still have that. But it's just like the controls are it's OUYA. Those are actually the controls for it. I'm like, it's
what? Like what?
Yeah, the Y is still the top for Xbox players. U is on the left. O is on the bottom. A is on the right. Like it's like what? A little confusing sometimes when you just see in the game, press the U button. Like what? Good thing is it was still color coded like Xbox, so you just looked at the color of the button. It's like okay, that's easy to remember.
Also, I don't know if you're still
that
here,
one did a
but
touchpad and the
hello,
controller
Rana.
first.
Welcome to. I forgot to say hi to my viewer. I just remembered it today, and I'm like, oh, he's too low. I'm gonna fix that.
Yeah.
Like
Earlier, I had a viewer, but I'm. In the case that they're just like trying, I mean, you know, they basically talked earlier, but you know, I don't know if they went lurk or anything. I'm just not gonna mention it, but hello, and anyone else who's lurking, welcome and everything into like the middle, or in the middle almost. It's getting there.
you're not in. We are
podcast.
soon halfway.
A third in, like a third in.
Basically, more than a third.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe 115 in.
Okay, so
A little bit above.
Yeah.
A little bit. But for people that doesn't know, for future reference, is that
3 hours is like our.
yeah,
our wait.
around 3 hours, maybe 3:15. I think is.
I know some people go for like 2 hours or whatever, but we kind of stretch it with a 3. I mean, maybe later we'll change it to 2, but
I don't think.
it really depends on if we start running out of stuff to talk about so much. We
Yeah,
won't.
like,
We'll just
here's
take
the
away that
thing.
extra
I
hour.
think that's the thing. We're gonna always have something to talk. Like
Most of the time,
latest shows we watch and stuff like that. Really, movies also. Talk about movies. Do you remember I said when I watched the movie yesterday? Was it yesterday? Yeah, yes, yesterday. When I told you that I recommended Fractured, the movie I was watching on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
Really amazing. Fucks with your mind a lot. Not a lot, not until the end. It's like everything seems so good. Then the end is fucked with your brain. You're like, holy fuck! I didn't expect this.
Yeah. I don't know for the stuff I mentioned that I would talk about later. I know before I was like, oh, I'll talk about. I don't know if I've already mentioned stuff.
I don't know because I don't know what. We have talked about Blizzard. We have talked about your beautiful clan that is apparently SUW.
Well, I wouldn't say that. It's just mostly
If these days, if you complain, you're SU. The only people that, to be honest, complain.
That's not really how that works, but.
Well, if they complain that much once.
Oh, I remember what I was gonna talk about. I remember what I was gonna talk about. Freaking, apparently Fortnite is dying. Apparently.
Oh yeah,
Fortnite.
It's gone. I can't download Fortnite on my PlayStation. I was like in the friggin'. Is that actually? And this got.
Well, actually, another thing is that Epic Games is kind of like breaking. If you go into the launcher, it's like apparently broken right now. I don't know what's going on in that bit, but
there's something going on. I'm telling you, Epic has a plan.
I mean, it's very possible, but at the moment, it's apparently Season 10 is apparently starting on it, which, for the record, we hate Fortnite. Just telling you this right now. This is the record going on. We hate it. It's stupid. Ridiculously stupid. Why the hell do kids play it these days? I don't know.
I have not been into the launcher. But
also, I mean, I'm not going to judge people for playing it. Play it if you want to.
He judges
you. I hate it. So,
he's going to definitely judge you.
No, Yuzu judges you. Yuzu will stare at you very judgingly. That's an inside joke, by the way. If you want to see that inside joke, then you'll have to join the Discord server to see the emoji.
Go watch his blank video for 5 hours.
Yeah, I'm gonna edit that down one day. Right now I'm trying to get other stuff that matters more.
One day. One day, guys.
Yeah, I'm saying one day because there's a lot of other stuff that matter more than that. Right now I have videos on my computer that I can't even upload yet because I don't know if I'm allowed.
NDA?
It's of a mod and I want to upload it. Well, it's not that it is NDA, it's just that the developer of the mod said he wants to get some footage out first before anyone else posts anything of it. And he hasn't done any of that yet. I'm like, I don't know if I'm allowed to or not.
But he can't really say that says that he wants to. That's a difference. And I mean,
I know, just saying that he wants it to be first because he doesn't want any other footage to be out there in case people like catch on, like, oh, where'd you get this? This, and, like they want to go to that video more so than his, where he should be getting it officially.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, but back to the Fortnite thing. Yeah, apparently that's ending. Season 10 thing.
I think it
There's
was
really
11.
a live stream going on.
It was season 11,
I think. I don't know, but the point is, there's a trailer right now. I mean, there's a live stream going on right now where people are staring at a black screen with a black hole in it.
God.
It's just a hole with like a blue circle in it. Like, that is it.
Oh, God.
Which I think beforehand people did that before, where it's like, oh, what is going to happen in Loot Lake or whatever. They were just staring at that live stream forever. I'm like, okay. Basically, I guess every time a new season starts, they shut off the servers and make you watch a live stream for like 10 hours until you realize what's going on.
Welcome to Epic.
Welcome to
How
Epic
did this
Games,
game survive for so fucking
over,
long?
or we take away your gameplay. They were mainly a publishing company.
I would not know how the fucking game survived so long.
Fortnite, I have no clue.
Yeah, how
no clue how it survived so long.
So fucking long.
I mean, they started that idea around like what, freaking
PUBG?
7 or 8. See, no. I'm talking about they shut off the server and make you watch a live stream for hours. Like I think that started around 7 or 8 the season. Like okay, this is even more stupid. I admit they got some good ideas when it comes to just throwing in that world building effect or whatever. Not the building effect. I'm talking about trying to say, oh, this huge event's happening or whatever. I'm like, okay, I guess that's alright, but game still sucks. Yeah. Also, I just don't like Battle Royale games. I'll play them sometimes, just like maybe once or twice to see how it is.
Yeah.
And some are actually okay to play with. I mean, I kind of like Blackout a little bit. It's okay. And, I mean, hell, you can now play for free on mobile. So, that's a fun bit.
Yeah, I play Apex. That's the only VR game I...
Yeah, there's also Apex, and a lot of people like that. I didn't really like it. I mean, it's okay. I mean, can be fun, I guess, but I'm not really too big of a deal with it. It's
yeah.
And then there's a bunch of other stuff, but
and that's also we
VR.
talked about putting down time in games and stuff. Some people probably have like 1,000 hours on Fortnite, and I can't get why. Like,
I don't get it. I don't get why does people buy these stupid battle passes and crap from it too, like season pass or battle pass from it, where it's just like,
I get
oh, you can get all these items. Like, oh my god.
I mean, I get if it's like, hey, we have like Ghost Recon Wildlands and stuff like that, and Siege. They release characters for each season, and you get those characters for free from the past. Plus, you get renowned boast. You get
That's fine, I guess,
shop
but I'm just saying when it comes to like something like in that system, it's like you have to buy something to do that. And then we go into the stupid microtransaction stage, where Gears 5 recently came out, like I think it was a month ago, but that came out, and it has a whole system where, what is it? It's $10 to buy a clapping emoji? Or a thumbs up one? I forgot which one it was, but or emote. But it's like for a thumbs up emote, it's like $10 to buy the in-game currency to afford it, and I'm like, why? It's so terrible. Who would do that? And Gears 5 isn't BR or anything, it's just straight up multiplayer. You know, normal PvP stuff. I say normal because screw BR, don't care. But yeah. The only BR I'll be freaking playing is the battle rifle. Aha, illy joke. Point bang. Go.
Cough.
Cough, because it's a terrible joke. And it was already been used by 343 themselves. Anyway, yeah, so apparently it's dying because there's a lot of stuff saying like RIP Fortnite or whatever. Or, oh, it's literally their trailer prefaces with this is the end. So I don't know if they actually mean, oh, it's going to end, or it's just like the end of that world that they created, or where they're just like
they're gonna switch
throwing
the map
new into it.
Map over.
Like switch the map completely. I mean, they've had where they've had the normal map and then they add on to it, but they never actually.
That used an overhaul, but like a completely different map. That's a whole other story.
I mean, that could be that. That could be that. That could be all it's saying. But apparently, there's just a lot of folks that just like saying, "Oh, this could be the end of Fortnite. It's just gonna be done with."
I think it was dead when it started from start, to be honest.
Yeah, but then there was like this huge craze, and of course, kids freaking play like crazy. My cousin plays it like crazy. I'm just like, I don't understand it.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
No, I mean, like, with the game, it's like it was not even fun at the beginning. Like, I played it with one of my friends. No one knows about here because he's an IRL friend. We played it when it came out. We didn't like it. I then played it a second time, like 1.5 years ago. Still didn't like it. And a third time, also about a year ago, and still didn't like it. Like,
I mean, I've played it a few times throughout it being out. I mean, I played it maybe 2 or 3 times during the first couple of seasons, and that was only because first time, you know, was to check it out, see what it was like.
Yeah.
Like, okay, this is kind of boring, I guess. I mean, it's okay, but at that point, nobody was really as good as they are now. Back then, it was just like everyone was kind of a rookie at it. Like, okay, that's okay. Like, at least it's somewhat kind of fun, I guess. But then people go freaking super try hard on the crap. Like, oh god, I could just, with their mouse and keyboard, or just even a controller, just build a superstructure in 5 seconds. And I'm like, yeah, I'm done. I'm not winning against that. Goodbye. I'm out. Like, jeez, freaking no lives. And then I mean, I've been no life at a lot of other crap, but not in that way.
like,
And then,
yeah, and I can't understand. It's same with like CS:GO and stuff like that. Like, shooters in general, in my opinion, like after a while they have to get boring.
I don't see how is it so many people get stuck to one game all the time. I can't be. I cannot become a one-game streamer or anything. I'm a... Two things when it comes to variety streamers is that, one, obviously you could be playing a lot of games that are great and all, but then you kind of spread yourself a little too far at times, which is obviously what I've done many times over, but it's just how that works.
For me, it's like...
But still...
For me, it's like, if I have a new game, I play through that game almost directly, then I'm done, then okay, back to play what I feel like is fun.
But that's what I'm saying, like, I do try that, it's just that a lot of times I'll get this new game and it's like, okay, I want to try to play through it,
And then you get next new game.
then I get another new game and I go through that. It's just like I don't end up finishing the games and everything. But the problem really is burnout. I have a lot of it. I have a lot of burnout a lot of times. So it's really hard to just like try to get into the mood of streaming when I kind of just burn myself out very easily. I can do that with like 1 or 2 streams. It just randomly just cuts off.
I feel like that.
It's fun when I have a lot of people in the stream.
Yeah.
It's just like when I'm sitting there by myself or one person or sometimes even just 2 or 3, kind of starts burning a little bit. Just like, I just don't really feel up to this. I did that a lot with the Sonic series, like when I got into Sonic Adventure 2, because there was some difficult stuff on that one. I'm just like, I don't really want to continue this. But of course I beat it, and now I'm on to the 3rd one, but it's gonna get like that, so.
That's the difference between me. I don't get burned out. I just get tired of the game itself. I don't get tired of streaming because I love it. But the issue is is the games. Like I get more burnout on the games than the streaming itself. Like I don't really care for a lot of viewers. I'm more like I want to play this game. I played fun. Today I didn't stream at all. Like I mean,
me, it's just that. I mean, yeah, it's also I don't really care much when it comes to viewers. But at the same time, it's just I like to have somebody to talk to. That's kind of my point of streaming, is for someone to talk to while playing a game by myself or something. It doesn't necessarily have to be I'm playing with another person and then there's that, but it's just to have somebody to talk to while I'm playing the game or just show off that little bit. And it's nice, but you know, lately obviously I pretend like there's always a lurker at all times. Even if I actually don't have any viewers, I turn off the view counter and I just pretend like there's always somebody there.
And
I just go for it.
Even I, who has a view counter because of the PlayStation thing, like I don't really care about that. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I'm gonna continue doing what I'm doing.
It's kind of like a visual disappointment in a way. Just like, you know, you always see a 0 there, and it's just like, okay. And then you'll just like see a 1 or a 2, or like go up to 5, and you're like, oh hey, got some people there. Then gone. Like, oh, okay, later.
Yeah. And I don't really care because I'm like, okay, I'm more that you can notice also, David, is like, I don't really care. I'm too silent in stream because I'm get too focused.
That's another thing though. It's just like, the thing about me is that at times I don't really like talking too much. I mean, sometimes I do, and I really want to talk about some stuff. But if it's something like I'm really into, like, again, I really want to try doing a stream where I'm editing videos, but I'm trying to find something that'll show off all the stuff I can do. You know, other than just trimming the video down, I want to try to do it where I can throw in a lot of effects that I can do. I don't really have a lot of those. If I can find one, then I'd be happy to stream it.
Do it with this podcast.
I'd be really excited to do it.
It's fun.
And a lot of effects you can put into audio podcasts. That's not how that works.
You will somehow succeed in making some stupid shit of us, like...
What am I gonna do? Oh, freaking throw a pie on screen. Yeah, sure, there's an effect. No.
I mean...
I don't know, just... I recently, like, the last time I did that, I just randomly got into a game of GTA Online, and I just rode around and talked. And that kind of worked, because I did some effects that I thought were actually kind of nice, like, there's a bridge, and I literally just had a thing of Sonic, where the video only goes left and right, and I animated him walking up the bridge and over around. I'm like, okay, that's nice. But, it's just... That was that, and it was a very old video, and it's one of those where you could tell it's old because of the way I talked in it and everything. I'm like, I can't keep editing this video. It's not gonna work. It's too old for me.
Back in my day.
I mean, hell, I'll probably talk like that, but there's that. And for some reason lately, it's like streams are easier to work with. But for some reason, videos have been getting more and more enjoyable to, like, have out. The editing process isn't always enjoyable. It can be kind of annoying because I don't like hearing myself, but it could just be fun to release it and like, oh, there's all the random stuff that happened, and it's like, it's kind of fun. Like the mod videos I made recently, I enjoyed editing that, and I would like to put it out because I feel like the cuts are really nice. I feel like I actually trimmed down the video in a good way.
Yeah.
But
And same when you do like a multiplayer with someone, like,
I mean, it is pretty fun to do those, but at the same time, it's a little annoying when it can take a little while. And also when the freaking video decides to change resolution mid-go and completely desync all audio, and I'm like, I have to fix that crap, and it's annoying.
yeah. Or you have
And
to
the
load this
video
game
itself
for
was
2
40
hours
gigabytes.
instead of the game function, and you're gonna have to go into the game to edit that away because the video is 3 hours
That's
long.
not too hard.
I mean, 45 of those 3 hours is fucking loaded.
I mean, like I said, that's literally not too hard. It's just cut from the beginning to the end of that.
Yeah.
That's it.
But then the question comes, where is the beginning? Where's the end?
Where it shows the beginning and where it shows the end of the loading screen. Just keep going that way, and I don't really care about the conversations in the middle unless they were good.
Yeah. Also, I'm gonna just say, when I watched the Nexus video, like, I think I sat like 5 minutes watching that bar in the bottom, staying in the same place. I'm like, are you gonna go up? Or...
It took forever to start. It took forever to just start, because whenever it did start loading, it actually loaded kind of fast, but it just took forever to start loading.
Just that bar you see in the bottom, it was like 5% complete, and that was like, I'm gonna stay here for a while now. Can't you just move?
It wasn't fun. It wasn't fun.
I don't know if it was your PC that was like slowed down.
It could have been it being like installed in my external, but I highly doubt it would have slowed it down that much.
But that was like the word, like, I could never know because he was streaming it, so I couldn't watch his stream because of the. It's like.
Yeah, the rules of it is like keep talking, nobody explodes, where the person with the manual can't watch the actual stuff going on, and he was the one with the Book of Rituals, which is the manual, so he couldn't do anything about that. Couldn't watch.
Yeah, so I couldn't know when he was ready, so he had to tell me.
Took forever. It was a fun stream. I did like it.
Yeah, but games like general, I think it's gonna. They need to make a lot more of those games. You actually have to.
Yeah, a lot of those types. Yeah, that would be nice.
Because it's like it's such a good co-op. It's like, hey, do this, but you have to do it.
There's a lot of stuff I would love to just. I know I kind of interrupting the whole point of why that's a good genre type, but it's just like, for some reason it brought me back to the idea of when I said I wanted to start doing more party streams or something, like
Yeah.
playing a game with chat kind of stream. It's just like, I'd really like to get into that stuff. It's just sadly I don't have that many people to do it with.
Oh God!
I mean-
Think about 5 people trying to help you
Because
exercise a demon.
I don't say that's gonna work, but I mean, I'd say like a party game, like an actual party game, or going to a actual multiplayer PvP game. So playing again Call of Duty or something.
A custom
do that multiplayer.
Modern Warfare 2 game.
Basically, yeah, you just go into a private match and invite a bunch of people.
Yeah.
That would work fine. It just there's not too many people that are into joining in on that out of random. Or I just want to get enough people in chat who'd actually be up for doing it.
Yeah, Modern Warfare 2
There
I would
obviously is some,
gladly want to do sometime, like a private game with the...
Well, that's the thing, if I can actually get people on PC, because there's a lot of people who don't have it on PC. They have it. Most people have it on 360 apparently. So that's that bit.
Said, ooh, we could do, if the new Modern Warfare is having crossplay, as it's planned to do.
That is a thing. Yeah, it is gonna have crossplay apparently.
So
The beta had it.
yeah,
I didn't get to play it though.
none of us did. We were planning to do it, but we didn't do it.
Yeah, it was one of those moments where I just didn't feel like streaming it.
No,
That's another thing with like the recent like MCC Insider build. I only did 1 day of it. I streamed 1 day of it. There was like 3 or 4 more days, and I didn't do any of it because I just didn't feel up to playing anything.
yeah,
Just happens. But
and
yeah,
I
with
think the thing with you is that you're like me when it comes down to it. It's like we like to play games alone, but also when it comes down to streaming, it's funnier to do it with someone, because then.
Yeah.
But again, if you stream alone, you want a chat to be active, preferably.
Yeah, I want some type of active. I mean, it doesn't have to be many people. Again, it can just be 1 or 2 people.
Yeah.
Or 3. I mean, it doesn't matter, just like 1 to 3 people. Perfectly fine for me. I mean, I'm fine with that if there's just somebody there to talk to while I'm trying to play something, because the whole point of me streaming is to, in a sense, show it off to somebody of, like, my terribleness of playing a game. Literally that.
Yeah.
Especially in one of the streams I've been doing recently, which will probably not continue for a little bit because it's hard as hell.
Clone
I have to figure out what the hell I'm doing. No. That just has copyright issues, which I can get around, I guess, but...
Oh, hey!
Freaking,
20 videos, 20 songs blocked. Plus that one video that got blocked all over the world.
Yeah, that
one
is,
song.
I never understood that, but that is how that works. No, it was me doing the Halo on the hardest difficulty. Literally, the first Halo is the worst on that if you're playing the 3rd level, because there's this one section where you go up into a ship. I mentioned it before, but you go up into the ship, and about 5 different elites show up with, like, swords, and that is very difficult to kill those, because they're the highest grade of the elite, like the highest rank, so they have the most health, and they have the most, like, shield and everything. Swords are 1 hit, and they can lunge, so it's very difficult. And basically, I sat there dying for at least 30 minutes, or almost an hour, just in that one room. Can't escape it. Like, how do I do this? Because it's just like, oh, there's one over here. In the lower difficulties, there's only maybe 2 or 3, and in this one, they just keep spawning. I'm like, what is going on? How do I leave this room? I can't leave. Because it's supposed to be when everyone's dead, then you can leave the room. But they wouldn't stop spawning.
Glitch.
I highly doubt it, because people have the same, like, they say the same thing as me when it comes to that one being so difficult. It's literally one of the hardest. The second game has that too. There's one section where it's extremely hard. That's because the second game is broken.
I mean, like,
It broke
the worst. It was like the first Modern Warfare when I played the remastered. The sniper level when you have to wait for the helicopter. Playing that
was
on,
fine for me.
Yes, because you play on regular. You are
Still
regular.
so good.
I play on veteran, like a professional. You know.
Doesn't make you a professional.
Yeah, but that's like you're sitting there because like it's a 1-hit shot from
It just
them.
means you like killing yourself.
Like they can hit you in 1 hit and you're dead. No other like if you play the highest on any Call of Duty game, it's a 1-hit kill basically. The enemy.
But it's not always 1 hit.
Not always, but like
I used to play World of War Veteran all the time because it's fun, and Modern Warfare 2 Veteran with Spec Ops. Obviously, I don't want to play Veteran. Best way. I don't play lower difficulty on Spec Ops Modern Warfare 2. It has to be Veteran. But overall,
yeah,
I mean, I can understand that level being pretty difficult. At the same time as, I kept dying and everything, but there's one of those times where it's like, it's super difficult, but I'm not really getting mad at it.
What pissed me off was that you had to get the Macmillan, and first time I tried to go get him.
This is why you're supposed to go all the way to the right. Like, if you go all the way to the back, like, almost where the Ferris wheel is, but keep going to the right where it looks like there's supposed to be, like, whatever it is.
Behind everything?
Bumper cars or whatever.
Yeah, I know. I stood
at the bumper cars, you just...
the whole games.
You're supposed to prone there. Just prone there and just keep killing everybody that walks in front of you, because they never walk anywhere else. They're always in front of you. And you can never be sniped or anything. It's a very big cheese that you can just easily do. Eat that damn cheese like a rat. Go nuts. Don't get caught in the trap. And that trap is getting up to go get Macmillan just to run over to the helicopter after...
Yeah, that was the thing I had issues with.
5 waves.
Because the first time the helicopter came down, apparently I couldn't pick up Macmillan by some reason. And I died.
The thing is, there was a lot of sections where, obviously, when you had to pick them up and just, like, actually just run through the buildings and everything. There was a lot of those sections where I was, like, inches away from death. If I would have got hit by one more bullet, I would have been dead. and it was just like it kept going and going, and Evil was in this. It was in the chat, and he's just like, you know, if you were a veteran right now, you would be very dead right now. Like, yeah, I know.
I think that
I'm 1% health
picking
left.
him up and getting to the fucking to the Ferris wheel was the easiest part. The rest was like, you're fucked.
I mean, it was kind of the same. It was the same way when it came to whenever I got to the helicopter. I think I did it first try when the helicopter was there.
I think I died like
try,
two times. That was because like they come around a corner. You don't expect them to.
I got killed like. Okay, basically it was I got killed on my way over to him to take him to the helicopter, but I didn't die when I got him. When I got him, it was
yeah. You
I
got
instantly
like
made it
a
over there. No
health
problem.
boost when you picked him up. Like you got a lot of.
That could be why I did so good before. The real thing that annoyed me was I think it was the next mission, where it was just like, oh, what's the next mission? Safe house mission. Where it's just like, oh, go into this house. Go to that house. Clear out all these houses. Like, the one after that mission, though, I've heard is really annoying.
The last mission of the game is really annoying too when you're in the bunker.
It's called Heat. The mission that I'm talking about, that's really annoying. I think it's called Heat.
I don't know. But the last mission, the game over, I think it's called. What's the last mission is called? But like that one is really irritating because you're in a bunker. And they are basically like fucking straight forward, and it's like 10 guys in front of you that you have to run, and it's like guys on the sides also shooting you. So you're like pinned where you come from, and you can't go to either right or left because there's people that shoot you from behind us, and there's people in front of you. You can take out the guys in the front. That's easy, but you're gonna get basically killed by the guys on the left, right.
I don't know, that's the thing about first Modern Warfare is like really a lot of stuff. I mean,
I gotta say the newer the game, the easier it became like playing on the harder.
honestly, the first Modern Warfare was, from what I've seen so far, because obviously the playthrough I'm doing of it is a completely blind playthrough, because I've never, the only one I played was a training mission and the boat mission at the beginning. Everything else was completely blind. I had no idea what the hell was going on.
When I played the first time, it was totally blind.
I'm just, wow, okay, good job.
Yeah.
But
I never played it
I'm
until I got it free on PlayStation.
I'm just saying I recently played it, like, you know, a couple weeks ago, or like
Yeah.
a month or two ago. Like, I started playing it, and, you know, first stream, got halfway. So, next stream should probably finish it, but I'm waiting on some stuff. But it's just that, it's just kind of annoying. In a sense, I mean, it's more, that game so far has been the most annoying when it comes to actually trying to play. Because it's just like, obviously it was old stuff, so everything I complain about in it is just stuff that isn't present or was fixed in the newer games.
Yeah, and not
like, you
only
know, fixed in
that.
Modern Warfare 2 or in the Black Ops series, not counting 3 or 4, but, you know, just like 1 and 2.
Yeah.
But all that was fixed, and I'm like, okay, that's the stuff I'm complaining about. It's the stuff that's just not present right now, but that makes sense because it's an old game. But at the same time, it's like, the game has it where enemies will infinitely spawn. That is its core set, is that AI will infinitely spawn. It's just really annoying to deal with that.
Especially
If you're sitting there trying to kill a house, if you're trying to, for example, the mission where you're supposed to clear out each house, if you're just sitting there at one house killing people in front of the house, and you're about to go in, they'll instantly spawn inside the house again and kill you. If you're, especially on a higher difficulty, obviously, but yeah.
I didn't have
Very
those
dumb.
issues.
Oh, it's an infinite spawn. That's how the game works. Very dumb.
I mean, I think it was starting at like the.
I know where I was sitting in I was sitting in a house, and we cleared down the downstairs, but apparently there was one guy left, and I never knew it. And I go down there, I kill that guy, but because there was one guy left, another one spawns in and kills me.
Good job.
I'm like, okay, that's not fair at all. But you know what? Games weren't meant to be fair. And I guess if games were fair, then it wouldn't be too much fun.
Yeah.
Well, that's not actually true at all.
I mean,
yeah.
if you play easy, it's gonna be fair because it give you basically the win. But with me, it's like I don't want it to be. I want to actually have a challenge to complete the game. Even if I get mad at the game.
Playing the hardest, and yeah, everybody wants to see him freaking go nuts at something. I don't know if he uploaded in the. I'm pretty sure he has, but
The Modern Warfare series is uploaded.
Go watch. No, I was gonna say the Uncharted. Go watch the archive of that, because he gets a little rough.
Yeah, that I'm
episode.
really. But also, I think those. I think the first one is really. I'm really pissed at. The second one, I'm fine, or finer, because I was not as pissed. But is that also? I'm not pissed at the game itself. I'm more pissed at myself because I know I can do better, and the issue is that
I need to finish.
I need to finish it too.
I need to finish Uncharted 2 because honestly, people say Uncharted 2 is the best.
I need to finish the first one.
I mean, I finished the first one, but,
yeah, but
people say that Uncharted 2, okay, finish it someday. But the second one they say is really good, and the third one, obviously I haven't played and haven't heard too much about. I should have heard that it's not as good as 2, but okay. And 4, in my opinion, very good, and I will likely replay.
Good for you.
What are they going to?
Also, he's biased because his favorite actor is the voice actor for Drake.
Drake is my favorite actor, and he's only in the 4th game. And spoiler alert. And the Lost Legacy, he's in there too.
Good for you. Want the medal?
Spoiler. It's just the thing, he's not revealed to be in the game until like midway through it. Like it's not even on. I don't think it's in the box art that it says.
Nathan Drake?
Nolan North.
Yeah, that's your other favorite actor.
That is my 3rd favorite.
I don't care.
And recently, Grabowski took the 2nd one.
Oh, by the way, talking about they have a release. I think they have a release date for. I think we talked about that on the week before, but I think we mentioned it on the stream, or maybe they did. But I think they have
what?
They have a release date for The Last of Us 2.
Oh yeah, I think we talked about that.
I don't remember.
Which
I'm so excited for that game because I'm like, my god.
I mean, I would be, but I have no hype towards it because I haven't even beaten the first.
Yeah, but have you beaten the game?
I mean, I'm stuck at a. It's the point that I'm stuck at a part where every time I move 2 inches, a clicker immediately gets onto me and I'm dead. Every time. There's nothing I can do because I have nothing on me.
Did you learn anything about the clickers? Don't move fast. Just go silently.
That's the point. It's scripted that they automatically know you're there. Like in that one part. In that one part, the point of it is that they're immediately alerted to you. No, I don't have a shiv.
Oh, for fuck's sake! What?
Those are very rare around where I'm at. They're very rare.
Craft one. I think you can craft one.
I can't. I don't have any. I don't have the stuff for it. I've looked around constantly. There's no supplies for it. That's another thing I kind of don't like, is when games bring in a crafting system or some customization system. In a way, I guess it's kind of innovative, but at the same time, it's really stupid. Cut the shit. It's annoying. Especially customization. Freaking character customization annoys me.
I think we talked about this last time.
Boring. We did. I hate it. I'm gonna bring it up again. Games like Skyrim and stuff where you create your own freaking character. Confusing as all hell. How the hell should I know who the hell I want to be? I want to be a freaking tiger? I want to be a damn freaking whatever the hell that thing is? I want to be human? I don't freaking know what the hell I want to be. Just let me play the damn game. Welcome, my leave. It's really stupid. And also, custom characters don't have that much depth in story. They really have nothing most of the time.
Unless you play Dragon Age Inquisition. But
I wouldn't really know.
Yeah, well,
but
they have.
I'm just saying, a lot of the times it's not.
Like, it doesn't matter
Sometimes
how you look in the game. It's like, but you still have a voice. They have actually voices.
Yeah, I mean, it's that way for Fallout 4 as well. I mean, that, in a way I'm like, okay, that I'm okay with in the game, but I don't really like much of Fallout 4 in
I don't
general.
like Fallout. Well,
I like New Vegas. It was okay. But still. Dumb.
but the
We were talking about a bunch of stuff. We were talking about some random streamer stuff. Got into Last of Us, and then he mentioned some other stuff. And I basically just said I hate.
And then,
okay, I mentioned that I hate I kind of hate crafting systems in games and custom and character customization. I don't like it. The crafting stuff in games again is nice because it's kind of different, but at the same time, I don't really like it because it's just like, I don't know. It's just like, oh, you have to scour the freaking levels at all times to get this, and if you didn't, you kind of fucked at this one part. I'm like, why? It's like, if you didn't get that thing 3 checkpoints back, where you can no longer go back to, you're screwed. You have to restart the entire level over again because you didn't pick that up. And that is completely stupid. I'm fine to backtrack, but at least let me backtrack. Because now I have no items and I can't do anything.
Look who's watching you.
I noticed.
Yeah, I got into your stream.
Actually, now I did.
Good job.
I noticed, and then I looked over and I'm like, oh wait, no, I didn't notice. Ooh.
Good job, Nick.
Got into a bunch of stuff. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's very specific.
Hi, Danny. Welcome to the stream.
Very specific.
Oh, God,
Sorry.
that's so fucking funny that you missed.
You're on a tiny screen, and I'm mainly looking over to the right because I'm trying to face the mic at this moment. And I look over and I'm like, oh.
Even I, who you switched the stream, knows who it is.
Because I'm not actively looking at the screen. I just looked over and I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh, God.
It's fine whenever I'm... Excuses. Usually I'll look at the TV whenever I'm looking at chat because it's like right there below my TV. But now I'm not looking at it at all.
And that's why you failed.
Anyway, welcome to the stream. Welcome to basically over third.
We're definitely past third
right now. Yeah, we're past third. I don't know where the heck we're at
past
now.
half. We're on the second third. Soon 2 hours into
two-thirds
the
of the way
stream.
Somewhere.
Me
2/3 of the way in.
Me speak very good English.
You do. Absolutely not. Back to the point. Yeah, like I said, I'm not very much hyped up for Last of Us Part 2 because I just haven't beat the first one. And at the same time, it's like, I'm very sure, because so far I do enjoy the story in Last of Us, I'm nowhere near finished. And even after that, I don't know if I'll be super hyped up to even start playing the second one.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that bit makes sense. I mean, that's another thing when it comes to it. When it comes to a podcast, in a sense, or just an actual live stream, it's like you don't really want to watch the full thing. It kind of makes sense to get edited down versions for a lot of stuff. It's gonna take forever for me if I was to actually edit down these.
Depends.
Oh wow! All right.
What?
All right, sweet. Just throw that in there. But when it comes to an actual live stream, it'd be nice to edit it down. You know, like if you're playing a game or something. But liquor. Uno reverse. Okay.
Wait, you Uno reverse? How dare you Uno reverse? Didn't you have a fourth thing you wanted to mention earlier also? Did
I?
I don't know. You're the ones.
Yeah, I'm the one who had a bunch of stuff in my mind. Let's see, we're talking about the Blizzard, we're talking about Fortnite ending, we talked about random streamer stuff, which I guess was pretty good.
I mean, we always talk about random streamer stuff. And we talked about your clan. Was another fourth thing you wanted that in?
That I wanted? I don't know.
Nor do I.
This is what happens. Alright, let's see when you get back.
I'm scrolling up here to check.
I know that we're missing out on one thing, but I kind of want to wait a little bit on that one.
Right.
We can talk about that in the last little bit because well, there's not too much to say about it. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. Oh yeah. We talked about Fortnite earlier. No, it is something, but that's Pornhub tweet you showed in SFC. That I just saw it when I scrolled up and then when I read it, like it says from Pornhub Aria, we have better holes to stare at than hashtag Fortnite.
Yeah, it was from, I think that was the official Pornhub thing. It said that. I'm like, Jesus. Okay.
Yeah, and I was like, yes.
All you hear is gibber. Okay, in what case of gibberish? Gibberish from the both of us or just him? Because I hear that every day. He's always gibbering.
We forgot to mention the newest episode.
Again, that's what I was saying.
That's
can
good.
Be around the last.
Yeah, we have an hour left, so I don't.
I mean, that could be the last thing, which
wasn't there something
really be like
else?
the last 30 minutes or 20, because
I talked about Fraction earlier. I also talked about which I watched 2 modern classics lately. I'm not kidding. For the first time ever, the first one was Forrest Gump.
I'm likely never gonna watch that.
That's a good movie. Tom Hanks.
I really don't care for it.
But run, Forrest, run.
Don't care.
But run.
I'm not much for an inspirational uplift freaking type of movie where it's like, oh, the drama kind of uplift thing. Like, oh, it's this guy from the lowest end going all the way to the freaking top tier. Like, da da da. Like, I don't care. It's a freaking trope that's been run off too much. I cared nothing for it.
But
no, thank you. But if you guys like it, cool.
Why it's called a modern classic is because I think it's from the 90s.
Not much of a modern classic. It's still a classic.
Yeah, the thing why it's I think
if it go a modern classic is 2000s.
Not in this case, not on Netflix. I watched Castaway. The other one that is also clever. I think it's 90s to 2000, like up to 2000, like.
I would just say 2000 for me.
Yeah, but you're
a decade is no. I'm saying a decade is modern classic. Before that is classic, and that's not because I'm young. That's just literally how that should be. Also, you're only a couple years older than me. You're only like a couple years older than me, so you can't go with the young thing because you weren't that old either. You weren't that much older either. But I'm saying like actual classics. We're gonna go back into like 80s stuff and everything. Like that's definitely classics and everything.
Terminator.
Nice. Okay, see, this is the thing that people will probably find random. I've mentioned it before, I'm pretty sure. I haven't watched many of the big name movies that everyone's all up about. Like, I know the plots and everything, it's just, I've never watched them. I've never seen Terminator. I've never seen Blade Runner. I've never seen Die Hard.
Blade Runner. That's because
I would actually want to, but
yeah, I want to watch the old one first, then I want to watch the new one.
The new one apparently sucks. So
well, that's because
if you were to watch the old one, you have to watch the final cut.
I think it's because it's the same. It's a continuing.
It's a reboot, basically. It's like a reboot continuation. It's weird, but regardless, yeah. Back to it. Haven't watched Terminator. Haven't watched Die Hard. Haven't watched
Lord of the Rings.
That. But yeah, I haven't watched Lord of the Rings. Again, haven't watched Blade Runner. Haven't watched The Matrix.
Should definitely watch The Matrix. Even if you say that you know the plot, it's still fucking like.
There's a lot of stuff I haven't watched.
But like,
what is some like really well-known like classic movies or something that you can think of? Because I can't think of any right now.
We haven't
like very well
Terminator.
known.
They're part of movies like, but they are.
You know, I haven't completely watched Back to the Future either.
I mean,
I've seen a lot of scenes from it.
Like, I've tried to watch it, but I'm like,
which is fine.
I don't like. I'm more against Jamie Foxx.
I'm
against Fox. I don't like him as an actor.
Meh. One is like I've watched. I think I've watched most of the second one. The first one I've only watched like the end of it. I think there's a third one, but I haven't watched it like at all. Yeah, there's a third one. I haven't watched it at all. A lot of other older movies I've not seen. And people would just like completely I don't know, just destroy me over. Just like, oh, what the hell? What's wrong with you? I'm sorry. I mean, it's funny. I have access to a lot of these movies. Like, I literally have them. I just haven't watched them. Like I said, for example, I do have the Blade Runner Final Cut. I just haven't taken the time out of my day to watch it.
Yeah, that's the thing. Also, like we have time and stuff, but that's like the feel.
That's another thing too. There's a lot of stuff that are movies. Like, there's the movies that are actual ones or anime movies or whatever. Super simple to watch. Only a couple of hours. You're done. But it's like, I don't want to watch that. I want to watch the other stuff. I want to watch actual shows or watch like longer deals or whatever. Right now I'm watching like a YouTube series that has like 300 and something episodes, or almost 400. I'm just watching through it. Okay.
Yeah. For me, it's like that's the thing. Also, like watching an older series, I feel like it's a different for us. Like if we watch a series from like the 90s, it's like, oh, this is fun, this is good. Like
I wanted to back when Twitch was doing that Doctor Who marathon. I really wanted to watch all those, but it just kind of got to me a little bit. Like, it's just like,
the same thing with like the Pokemon stuff. Like
it was like the first 500 episodes, and I was like, okay, I think I watched the first season. Like, I maybe skipped a couple of episodes in it, but I watched the first season of it. I was like, okay, you know, these aren't that bad, I guess.
The first season in black and white. That's mind blowing. Like,
black and white.
I've watched a few episodes of the first season. I was like, this is actually fucking good for being the age it is.
It was really good for being in, like, what was it, 60s?
Being like 68.
I think so. And it's just like, really good. I kind of liked it.
Yeah, series, I agree. Series is so much fun. Like a movie, I feel like it's so much plot in such a little time.
Yeah, it's kind of the downside of it. A lot of it's like, oh, you have this like huge plot you can work with, but you fit it into a 2-hour time frame.
Like,
this doesn't work very well. It's even worse for those like stories that get adapted into a movie instead of a show, when it really needs to be a show, or they have both. Like as an example,
a book kind of works in doing a movie. That works because like
some way. Sometimes.
Yeah, unless you do Game of Thrones, that he has not either watched.
Oh yeah, I haven't watched that, but I don't really want to. I don't really want to.
But
I don't really watch The Walking Dead either, but I don't want to watch that either.
Dragon.
Don't want to watch Game of Thrones. Don't want to really watch Walking Dead past. I watched the 3rd season. That's literally the only one I've seen is the 3rd season. I just stopped at that point.
My first season was the last good one for me. Like, I watched 1 to 4, I think. That was like,
I've only
the
seen
same
of the rest. Well, actually, no, that was part of the 3rd season. But I don't know. It was a bunch of crap, and I was just like, meh. A lot of other TV shows that people are crazy for, I'm not into.
Yeah. I mean, when it comes down to it, we both rather watch like either like superhero stuff or anime.
Yeah, but yeah, again, as Danny points out, basically series is mostly better than movies, but as we just said, it's mostly because they put too much of a story into a simple time frame, and it doesn't work. It doesn't work very well because, as an example I have, is, say, Clannad. They did both. They made a movie adaptation of the... Like, it's from a visual novel. They adapted it into a movie. Obviously, I haven't seen the movie because it's freaking... I don't want to watch a 2-hour thing of that entire thing. It doesn't work. When you have a show that is 2 seasons worth, that's way better. That is way better, and it fits very perfectly.
I started to feel sick.
Also, good show.
Oh.
Don't
worry, I'm fine. I'm not dying yet. But
don't you die.
He's not
yet.
stuck with me for a long.
Wait till we press stop. Then you can.
Then you can die.
Then you must die.
They're not live on stream, okay? I mean, it can be good content,
just don't turn on live stream, press stop button. You must die. Everyone knows what that's from. Aha. Oh, that's another thing. I really love that. I gotta catch up on them too.
My leg is shit right now.
Good for you. Want a medal?
8 a.m. in the morning. I should be asleep. I should actually be asleep. But, you know,
See, that is like the main mantra of any, like, basically just people who don't do much of anything, or like it's just gamers or whatever these days. I should be asleep by now. It's the main mantra. Just who goes to sleep early these days?
Gute
Not much.
Nacht, mein friend. And we will see you probably tomorrow. Where we continue bullying people, because that's what we do. We bully our friends.
Yeah.
I don't think that's how it works, but hey.
Eat them out. Yeah. I don't know. There's some other stuff I was gonna. Yeah, probably. Depends on how, completely tired you are after working. Like, oh, we'll talk with you tomorrow. At break, I'm dead. At time off, no answer. Just like, yeah, straight to bed. Be a good call.
I think we both are gonna be dead tomorrow again, as usual.
It's just the thing, when we do these, it's just like, it's great at that point, but it's like we use all of our energy for the next day. It's just like,
I don't have you ever really done a? I don't think you have ever really done a stream after a podcast night.
Why would I?
Like, it's like, because I feel like your energy is like drained from doing a podcast because we.
I'm saying, why would I? Because I don't have the time for it afterwards.
Not after the stream, no, but like the day after, like you'd rather do it.
Oh, that bit, yeah. No.
I think you've done like once or twice after the stream that you've done it again. Like you streamed twice in a.
I mean, that is the main reason. Is just because been talking for so much and sitting in a chair without being able to move that very much, kind of just limits my energy.
You could start jumping.
Yeah, let me start jumping and just have that vibrate throughout the house. Let me just wake everybody up with jumping. Probably knock a few things over. I'll definitely wake everybody up.
You make it sound like you weigh like a whale right now. Like you.
Well, I'm just saying there's a lot of stuff on my desk. I'm pretty sure if I jumped, the desk would shake and it would just fall off. And it would just make a loud noise. I have a lot of stuff on my desk. I need to clean this thing off. It's rough.
I have a lot of stuff.
When I need to clean off my desk, because my idea was to take my TV, which is, say if I was, playing a game or something, it's right in front of me, take it off, put it on the desk that is to my right, because there is a space I can put it on, and then put every single console and stuff, like, in these little bits below it, I guess. Then there's this, like, shelf section, where I take out the middle shelf, which has stuff on it, have to take that off, clean that off, then put my computer there, because the computer tower is pretty big. So I have to do that. Point is, gets rid of my TV stand completely, put it all into one spot, and it would make a lot of stuff easier for me.
But you're also too lazy to do it.
That's kind of the deal.
Like, I want to do this, but
I want to do it, but
it's work, man.
Lazy.
It's work.
I mean, it depends on what the work is.
Like, if I get paid,
in reality,
of course I would do.
Right, but I mean, it's just with this TV and everything, like doing all this, there's just a lot of cables I have to mess with and everything else, and it's to be a giant pain because everything's all plugged in, it's set fine, but then I'm gonna have to unplug everything, untangle it all, move it over. It's a heavy TV. I mean, it's a 32-inch. It's gonna be a little bit heavy, not too bad, but a little bit. And then of course the heavy computer has plenty of stuff in it. Definitely gonna be heavy. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just going insane. Okay, guys, don't worry about it. This is a normal podcast. Nothing is unusual. Okay.
Comes to you going insane, that's definitely not unusual.
Like, if I'm normal, that is when you should be worried. Like, he's acting normal.
Be worried. If we do great at a video game, be worried. Be scared. There's something very wrong. I'm really curious how good we would actually be now when the game comes out in Modern Warfare. I mean, normal like matches and everything, Probably not gonna be as good.
But the
but
2v2
in that
stuff
same
again.
game type. Yeah, doing the 2v2 game mode again. Don't know.
I think
probably still be pretty good at that.
early games we're gonna be good. Like early state of this game, we're probably gonna be good.
Yeah.
But I feel like
I don't know if they're gonna nerf that shotgun, and I really hope they don't, because that thing is awesome. I think just like freaking shot from afar. I'm like, I love that shotgun.
But I was gonna.
That's the only game where I love a shotgun.
Stop fucking talking about your shotgun, okay? We know you have a crush on it, okay? Stop. It's a shotgun. I think it's not legal. I mean, probably it's legal in you. Because you have a fucked up law. God, dude. That's like, isn't there a state where you can actually marry anything if you want to? And it's a legal marriage.
I mean, if Peter can marry a pie and Family Guy, I'm pretty sure we're good.
That sounds like. Am I bleeding, or am I just, or am my leg got wet from something?
Yeah, probably. I've been scratching it for too much.
I don't know. It was just.
Some reason that reminded me of Resident Evil, and now I'm just kind of like, huh, be a nice thing to do. Oh shoot, that's another thing I wanted to do. Oh, I remember. I want to do a. I mean, I mentioned a lot of this on Twitter and everything, but I want to do a horror theme because obviously it's October, and it's perfectly fine to do it later in because you know I could probably start at like a 12 days of horror games or something.
One of them can be the Exorcist game because that's definitely.
It's kind of, but it's not really much of horror. It's more of just screaming like, no, that's the constellation. No, that's the freaking rune you're supposed to be using. No, not that way. Ah, crap, I just screwed up. I was supposed to go backwards. You did that.
I think really clever idea of the game. That's an issue I have with games. Like zombie games.
Personally attacked.
Like zombie games, I don't say it's horror because they are not really scary, but they're horror
it's
because
not much about scary, but it's just like the idea, I guess.
Like, yeah, that's the thing. It's the idea of it being zombies. Zombies are meant to be horror, and
meant to be, but sometimes it's not.
Like, I prefer to be like like Resident Evil is not a horror unless you like play. I would say the first one is a little bit of a horror.
We'll say this: first, second, third.
Fourth is
the Leon story in the 6th, and 7 Resident Evil 2 remake. Also, technically, the Resident Evil 1 remake and Resident Evil 0, but
the fourth is a little bit meh. It's like I think it's like one place.
I mean, fourth kind of breaks into the action scene that they started growing into, but it was at the point where it's like this is perfectly fine. It's like a very good action sort of deal. They don't just throw it into your face. It still feels like Resident Evil. Then you go into 5, and it's like, okay, now you're just going to action. Like it's an okay game, but don't go too much into it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind. When I play a horror,
6 was a clusterfuck.
Like a horror game, I don't. If it's like Until Dawn, it's like fine because that was not really a horror.
Yeah.
It was more the idea of there's a psychotic murderer.
I mean, it was kind of horror in a sense. It just
I think it was a few jump scares. That's it, but it was not like.
It's not about jump scares. It's the atmosphere and the story and the thought. It just.
And I said that
be like, it's kind of a horror.
Oh, is this meant to be scary?
It's kind of the same way of Man of Medan. That is a really good game, by the way.
Don't talk about too much about it, because
I won't talk about what it's about. I'm just saying in general that it's obviously made by the same people who
made Until
Dawn. Yeah, same people.
But different company.
Is it though?
Yeah, because Sony is not part of this. Sony.
Well, it's not about Sony. Sony didn't make Until Dawn. It was just exclusive for it.
Yeah.
That was it. I was just saying that I'm pretty sure it's the same people who made it.
It could be the same people, but it could be different depending on if they switch company.
It depends on if they left or not, but yeah. Point is, that was the thing they did. Really good game. Definitely recommend. So, if you can get money at some point.
I have thought about it. Like,
the thing is, co-op is really weird. I mean, it's just so weird to like go from solo to co-op because I'm like, me and Evil played a co-op as our first playthrough, and the only thing I'll say to spoil is just that in the beginning you get to pick your own character. So it's like, oh, do you want to play as this one or this one? And whoever you pick, you will get a set character throughout that story. You don't get to pick the next characters that show up later. It sets you into that random new character into the story. But it's that way depending on which one you chose. And in solo, you don't know. It just goes that way.
Interesting.
Just like you don't really understand it. But I guess you do still pick. It does the same thing. But it's just like you don't really get to understand both sides of the story. Because playing solo, it's like there's parts where you'll leave like a certain
Why is it
group.
a co-op game then? If
it's both. It's all co-op. But I mean, it's just like if you're to play solo, then you're gonna leave like a part of the group at some point, and you won't understand what that group's gonna be doing. They'll be doing stuff off screen. But if you're playing co-op, then the other person will be a part of that group. You'll be part of the group that leaves, and that's that. So you get to understand both sides.
Yeah.
The co-op's a better way to go if you're able to, but
but you need friends.
yeah, but you need friends, and it's not like a way out where only one person needs to buy it, both need to buy it. I think there's a way to do a handoff deal where it's like, oh, or I don't think it's one controller, but there's that, and I think there's like a streamer way. I don't know how the hell it works. It's weird.
Yeah.
But anyway,
was an amazing game.
What game?
A Way Out.
Oh yeah, that was a good game.
I wonder if I ever explored the second episode or the third episode. It's a shame.
I mean, I've watched people play A Way Out, and mostly because I was like, I'm probably never gonna get this game because none of my friends are playing on PS4. So at the time, you weren't really like playing much games with me in the first place.
Well,
but
we did. We recently the only time we played, the only game we played together was.
Yeah,
I mean, wait, do you have Way Out on PlayStation?
I have the demo.
If you get the full game on PlayStation.
Yeah, I have the demo, and obviously with the game, for anyone who doesn't know, the way the game works is only one person needs to buy it, the other player gets the demo, and then you can play co-op together. So, only one person has to pay the money in that case.
Ooh.
But it's just the fact that I've already watched the full story. I know everything that happens on both endings.
You could help me
two endings to the game.
Try to fix the trophies because I need to get the trophies.
Yeah, there's that. I don't know if it requires plus. I think it does. Pretty sure it does. But
if it does, it's gonna be sad because then we can play.
It's basically that I know the story, but also me and Evil at one point wanted to go ahead and do it anyway because we thought it'd be fun, I guess.
Yeah, I mean,
at least it's to play.
Here's the thing: watching the story and playing the story.
I already know everything that happens, but obviously playing the game is going to be different because you're playing the game.
And you control what's going to happen. Like, hey, this game.
Kind of.
Yeah. I feel like.
I mean, still,
even if you watch, say for me, if I have watched a line like when I watched your Blank Dream playthrough in the beginning, the first episode, and then I got the link for it myself, and I played through it. Like, it's different to watch you because it's like.
When it comes to that game, I can understand because it was the same way for me. I watched more name drops, I guess. One. At this point, who even cares about name drops? Just say the name. But when it comes down to Markiplier, I watched his playthrough of Blank Dream. I watched the entire thing, and then later I'm like, I actually kind of want to just make videos of this because at the time it was just videos, and I played through it. I'm like, I kind of don't remember most of this, but that's because it was like a year before when I watched it.
But there's
so
also the big,
I don't remember.
Even if you have watched this, it's such a different experience with that game because
I mean, it kind of is, yeah. I mean, that much I understand.
Like we talked about earlier, we have done when we did our own voice acting for the game.
That was definitely different, which,
Again, 5 hours, waste 5 hours of your life on Nexus channel watching our Blank Dream VA.
Or wait about a year, or probably more than that, and you'll get the edited down version. Or you never will. I don't know what the hell I'm doing with it.
To be announced.
Yeah, to be announced. That's all you're getting. Coming soon to a YouTube channel definitely not near you.
And it's like, what date? to be announced. And you're like,
Oh.
okay. And then you're gonna have those. Then you're gonna have those develop. Then you're gonna get those vendors like, are you gonna release it yet? Is it out yet? Like,
God, yeah, that's one thing I was mentioning in the last one. Like I mentioned in the last podcast,
Yeah.
those stupid idiots who are so freaking impatient.
yeah.
So that's when we did mention.
I'm just gonna leave a comment now on your channel, like, hey, is it out yet?
Mm-hmm. I don't know, just I hate those type of people. Anyway, back to the horror games that I'd like to play and everything. I mentioned them all on the Twitter and everything, and I think I also posted like a YouTube community post, which I don't think anyone looks at, but I do it anyway. I have a lot. I do have quite a bit of horror games, but the only ones I can think of the time that I would do is like I'm still up for doing the Outlast Insane attempts because, you know, those are kind of fun. Just I can only get to one part, then I lose. Like I always die at that part. Like, well, that sucks.
Oh, that's the part
Not
when
my
you
fault,
die
it's a
at the
one-hit
same
system.
place every time you like get to a certain area, and you like if you have the terrible checkpoint system.
I just don't know how to get through it because I don't know the freaking thing, and it's not really about checkpoint system because there's none.
Yeah, but
It's an insane difficulty where if you die, you get reset to the beginning of the game.
yeah.
So that's the whole point of me trying is just like, oh, I want to see just how far I can get each time.
And then
I always get stuck at the tracker part.
Like if unless you die earlier, it's that one part that you die at. Or
It's funny because Evil did it one time and he went outside, like he got to the outside portion, and I think he fell like down at one point and died. And he's just like, yeah, I'm done. I'm not doing this anymore. I'm like, yeah, I don't blame you. Let's see, there's that. I still have to continue Outlast 2 because it was an old video I did, like really old, but I did edit it and I uploaded it.
I should download Amnesia.
I still need a live stream.
I need to download Amnesia on PlayStation.
That's the other thing, Amnesia. I finished Dark Descent, but I still have to do Machine for Pigs.
I think I have. If you don't own it yourself, I think I have it on mine.
Oh god, I have both Amnesias. I already got
Yeah,
that.
same. I have it on
But-
PlayStation and PC.
Yeah.
I think I streamed it on
I've
PC though the first time. I think I'm gonna switch over to do that on my.
I mean, I have the Amnesia trilogy on, not trilogy, freaking double deal.
Oh, by the way, talk about
Three.
Blind
That'd be
Dream
nice.
VA. I forgot. We need to do the Blind Dream stuff. We have not talked about it, but I feel like we kind of forgot about it because it's like.
It's not that I forgot about it, just that honestly, just at the moment trying to piece some stuff together on that.
Yeah, but it's more that we want the third, or we want to try to get the third person in, but we don't know.
Yeah, we kind of just don't want to stick to just us two, because it's like, we kind of like somebody else being there at the same time. It'd be kind of more funny. But, back to the other thing, like, Outlast 2, like I said, I did the first thing, need to complete that, and I like 2, because it seems like a really good game.
I don't have any games I want to play, like any horror.
Yeah.
Asia.
I guess I'm gonna have to restart Resident Evil 7, which is like the 5th time I played through the beginning. Because it's like, I've already freaking done this like so many damn times, but it's like, I can never get it right. Every time I try to stream it, it would turn out terrible. And then I recorded it, and it's like, okay, it was fine, but it's terrible.
Is it?
So I'm like, I just gotta restart it and stream it again.
Oh yeah, you could probably maybe finish Layers of Fear 2 also.
I don't have that.
Didn't you have it? Oh yeah, I have it now.
I had the first Layers of Fear, and I don't feel like finishing it.
But
It was just a mood I was in, and I'm like, I've already beat the game, and I'm just like, meh.
but
I mean, there are multiple endings, but still.
that's I hate getting with that, like, because I don't think many.
But I do like it. It's just like the game didn't feel much of that sense. The only way to get the multiple endings like differently is to get the collectibles or to die or not die in specific situations. It's like I just can't do that. It's a little different. It's like I have to put so much time into the same section over and over again. It's like it's kind of boring. But what are the games? Slender the Arrival. I'd love to replay that again on hardcore. So on the hardest difficulty, I'd be perfectly fine with that. I've done it before, and I've beaten the game. entirely on the hardest difficulty. I can do it again.
Good for you. Want a
'cause
medal?
It's, I guess, because that freaking 8 pages mission is hard as hell. It is the hardest, I think.
Good for you. Want a medal?
I mean, the tunnels were pretty bad too, but I mean, once you get a hang of it, it kind of gets into the thing. Anyway, there's that. Oh god, dang! I just remember the tunnels. Oh god.
I don't think God is here. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Nope. There's no light at the end of that tunnel, but there's a freaking part in that game which I don't know if you played it or not, but it's basically before you the point of it is to turn on 3 generators so you can activate the elevator. And in hardcore mode, there are gas cans you have to get in order to fill up the generators. So it's very annoying, and you constantly have a runner after you. And the only way to do anything about that is you have to flash the flashlight in their face to, like, slow them down or get them to run in a different direction. You should use
Kevin that you need to flash them and...
But also Slender's around, and he'll just show up out of nowhere, and it's just like... whenever he shows up, just everything's screwy. So, point is, you have that deal to go with, and it's annoying, but those 2 are the only annoying levels. 8 pages, because it takes forever to find all the pages, and it's hard sometimes. And then the second deal of, like, in the tunnels, that's pretty annoying too. The rest is depending. What other games?
Did you ever finish so much?
Nope. I actually uninstalled that too, and I don't really feel like installing it again.
Huh.
Just a lot of space.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to finish it. I never.
I prefer to get it on a console. I prefer to get it on a console and just beat it back to where I was, which wasn't too far, but beat it back to where I was, so I don't have to work too much on space, and it would run better.
I'm more terrified. Like the issue was like, I don't get scared of horror games in the same way. Like, but Soma was more of a psychological horror, and that is what messes with me because
Psychedelic.
Yeah, that normally I don't fucking get scared in the way.
A lot of those are nice.
Like, I don't get scared of horror games that easy. I'm fucking more terrified of Minecraft than a horror game.
I'm not really scared much when it comes to horror games at all. I mean, there are some that are just like creepy in a way, and just like I don't want to have to deal with it. Like, for example, in Resident Evil Remake, the first one, the main thing that got to me was Crimson Heads, which is obviously when, you know, they die, and then you don't shoot them in the head or you don't burn the body, they'll come back later. Those guys are really painful, really annoying, and I'm like, I just don't want to have to deal with it.
Yeah.
2 of them were forced.
And the other game that actually scared me a lot was Layers of 2. There was the atmosphere there. That was only the atmosphere. It was not that it was scary. It was more
well,
like...
in Layers of Fear, that's kind of the main thing. It was an atmospheric psychedelic.
The Layers of Fear 1 wasn't that scary compared to 2.
I mean, 1 was mainly just, like I said, psychedelic in the sense that, you know, the environment changed around you mostly, and that was the main premise, and it didn't do much after that. But Layers of Fear 2, obviously, you know, I haven't watched anything on it, haven't played it, but, you know, it evolves. So of course, that's going to be better.
Yeah, it's on a boat. That's the one main figure on a boat. I think...
Didn't know that.
Yeah.
Because I watch no trailer. I look at no screenshots.
That's the only thing I'm going to give you. But that I think is what makes the atmosphere scary. It's like, you're on a boat, and it have the same idea of, like, Layers of Fear 1. It changes a lot, so it's like... So I think it's like combining 2 different fears into one.
Yeah. Layers of Fear. Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun.
One of the games. Oh yeah, I recently grabbed Silent Hill, the first one. Never played a Silent Hill game. Would actually like to try, but of course it's the first one. It's gonna be rough. But what other games do I have? I don't remember. There's a lot of horror games I have. Back in the day, I was streaming Evil Dead. Never finished that, but I could finish it. There's no point in restarting that one. Just finish where I was at.
Good for you.
But no, I don't want a medal.
I didn't say anything.
Oh, you were thinking it.
What I'm thinking and what I'm saying is 2 different things.
Oh.
So,
Whether you think it or you don't, or you say it, both of which is equal rights. They know. Let me see what I posted. Alien Isolation. That's another one. Heard that's pretty good, but
I think I played that. I think I have it on my PlayStation.
the only thing that I'm kinda not much into of it is a lot of people say that the alien mechanic is really is both awesome but annoying, because it's just like there's always those sections where you're just gonna be screwed. no matter
Isn't
what you
that
do.
the overhead shooter thing? You're spinning the fucking character.
What, Alien Isolation?
Yeah.
Or what am I? No, I mean that's a first person. It's
What game am I talking about then? There's a game. I think there's another game that were overhead that's called Alien. It can be Isolation also or something.
I don't know, a third person. Yeah.
It's not a third person. It's an overhead game.
There's Dead Space. Also have that. Never played it.
I have Dead Space 2, I think.
I believe I have all three.
I think I have Dead Space 2 on
The trailers have the
Origins.
first two.
On Origins.
I had plenty of other horror games, and there's plenty of other stuff I could do. I don't know. One horror game that I'm probably not going to be continuing much,
Oh,
after I made a video of it, is just because it's just I can't figure out what the hell I'm doing, and there's nothing online to help. That crying is not enough game. It's like the videos I watched are older deals. It's like, oh, it says, oh, you're out of power, but you can go and enter the cable car anyway. And I'm like, okay. I go there, it's like, oh, there's no power. I'm like, okay, I guess they fixed that. And it's like, oh, this thing needs gas. This generator needs gas to run. I'm like, okay, where the hell's the gas? Nowhere to be found. And I'm very limited on ammo. I'm like, okay. It's great. Still thankful the enemies could just be punched. Or knifed a lot. And they just get into a freaking stun lock. Most of the time.
interesting.
There's basically just the thing I like to do. Horror games and stuff would be fun, I think. Anybody around knows some pretty good ones.
Well,
So,
I only know
I
Until
believe-
Dawn.
yeah.
I mean, Red Dead Nightmare is not that bad, to be honest.
I don't really think that's a horror game, though.
It definitely is a horror game.
Eh,
But
I don't even have it in the first place. Wait, what was the other game I was just like, off? Nah. I was like, Zombie Armored Trilogy? Nah. I could do Left 4 Dead mods. That wouldn't be too bad.
Left 4 Dead 2, yeah. And I could join on Left 4 Dead 2, shooting you. And you complaining about Louis.
Stupid Lewis.
I think
Damn, Lewis freaking
that was the
decided to sit
also,
there.
talk
Won't help me out at all.
about Left 4 Dead. That was the first time you and me played together.
I think it was, yeah. Was during the...
It was you shared
To the
the
charity.
stream, and I asked, could we play Left 4 Dead? We did that. That was the first
like,
time
yeah,
we
sure.
ever played.
Maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think, and then I
Occupado.
don't think we played. What else did we play after that? Played that.
You know, I actually use that a lot now because of you. Because that one scene where you're just like stuck in a room, or you just like shut the door on yourself, and when I open it, you're like, Occupado. Like, I just use it all the time now. Like, that's funny.
Good for you. What the matter?
Nah, you're the one who put it into my head.
I will ruin your life.
congrats.
Don't worry. Why?
Yes. Okay. Me and Eva recently played World War Z. That's
Yeah, I
pretty
saw
good,
you
guess.
playing
I mean,
that. I'm thinking about getting it, of course, on PlayStation, of course, because
Yeah.
my PC sucks.
I mean, I got to play it for, not really for free, but I mean, I guess I played it for much cheaper, considering it's like, Game Pass for me is like $15 a month. Game Pass Ultimate. So it's just like, played, put it off of there,
But
and
it's
like,
worth it.
yeah, I mean, it seems good. I mean, dude, there's like over 100 or so games and all that stuff, but with World War Z, It seems pretty good, I suppose.
Is it like,
It's basically
wasn't it,
it's like Left 4 Dead.
yeah, I have
in a lot of
understood
ways.
that, but it also had a actual story.
It does. It does have a story.
I mean, technically,
got-
Left 4 Dead also has a story, but it's like, or like the campaigns that exist is like that's the story itself.
I mean, it's kind of that way. I mean, it's kind of almost the same in a sense that it's like you have an objective to do, but in Left 4 Dead, it was always get to a safe house. In this, it's like do certain objectives to get to the end.
Yeah. Oh,
Like,
we should do the Resident Evil one. Left 4 Dead. We've started doing the Left 4 Dead Resident Evil mod. Play the ones.
Oh yeah.
We should do that again. Now, when I have actually also played the actual Resident Evil.
Yeah. Did I play that on my own, or did I play that on? Yeah. I forgot when I got to like the second or third, like chapter in that. I was like, did I play that with you, or was that just me? I think it was just me.
It could have been you and Evil.
No, it wasn't with him. I think it was just me.
Yeah,
But
I
I
don't.
always know where to go in that one.
Well, we could try to get through that together.
We could, yeah. And if he's ever in the mood for anything, we could always have him involved too, but doesn't matter to me.
But
Actually,
we're
that
probably
probably won't
gonna
be good
have
on
to use
Pink,
Skype
'cause-
then also.
That's happen.
Well, it started to get closer and closer. We have one very important thing to talk about.
In a minute. Someone else was gonna remember.
My God, you.
That's on my head. That's on my. It was part of the same conversation before, but I just don't remember what the hell it was.
Which horror game are you talking
Or that I
about?
was gonna mention.
My Little Pony. My Little Pony.
Not horror. That's just cringy. I don't know. A lot of people freaking say that Dying Light's a horror game. Like that's not horror.
What is a horror game?
Not at all. Dying Light.
Isn't it
Not
like
really. I mean, sure,
horror
there's
game,
like
but
a
it's
crazy.
It's like
It's classified as that, but it's like it doesn't feel that way for me.
Yeah,
Even at nighttime, where you're getting like having to run super fast like through the city because you're getting chased like crazy. Like it's not really much of a horror game. It's just a lot of running.
I want to get DayZ, by the way. Like I want to get DayZ on PlayStation, but I also want to be like, it's an MMO basically. Don't fan of him.
I kind of had my fill when I played the indie version called Epoxy. It was like a 360 indie version of the game, and it just pissed me off, really. I just wanted to play private, like in a private match with just me and Evil at the time.
Yeah.
And
then
there was no such thing as private. It was completely public all the time. And we would just run into random people who would start just saying the most stupidest shit, start trying to kill us and steal our stuff. And that's one thing I hate about those stupid open, like, survival games like that, or like, whatever it is. Gotta think. Rust. I mentioned it before. I don't like those types because
Like,
it's always you can just walk around and get killed.
the game itself is
so
probably
high up, dead.
It's fun to play, but the issue is when it's like you get locked into playing public. Like I
And
don't.
you get locked in playing public and just have to mess with freaking other players. Like I don't care for the other players, and I don't want to have to deal with the freaking stupid trolls coming over trying to steal everything from me.
I'd rather play like PvE servers and stuff like that. Like if I'm gonna play online, if I am play online, don't play PvP servers. I always try to play PvE.
I always prefer PvE stuff in general.
Like, I mean, if you play like a Minecraft thing, that's funny to have. Like, play with friends. Minecraft server.
Yeah.
That's fun to have PvP because then you can just fuck up with each other, or you just push them over an edge
That's just
of an island in the sky.
I guess I could also finish Alan Wake. That's not really horror, but it kind of has that thought, that process. I love the game, but
I think I got that for free. Yeah, I got it for free.
and Alan Wake is awesome.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know if my PC can.
Ooh, I could replay a semblance. Actually, I think I already recorded that, so meh.
Nah.
I think I recorded it. Missing an achievement though, because it's the freaking final room or final Easter egg part. It's just like it's so difficult.
Or don't you just hate those achievements? It's like you need to find this specific thing, and you're like, well, I'm
it's 'cause,
looking.
like there's different like ways to go through the game, and it's like very specific. So it's different. Like the way the game works is it goes through different like type of rooms. There's like a blue room, then it's like what is it? Normal, blue, green, then white, and white is extremely hard to get. Just like why? Oh. But I believe we might as well go ahead and start the one thing that we were keeping for last for two reasons. Two reasons. One, because it's not gonna last that long. It's one episode.
Yeah.
Two, it's basically spoiler territory in a sense for anyone who hasn't watched it and would like to.
Yeah.
So for any of those who haven't watched, I'll go ahead and reveal what we're talking about. The main topic we used to do whenever the season was available was basically every time we would talk about Sword Art Online Alicization.
I think it was the two first episodes because it was at the end of the season.
It's the first. I mean, maybe it was the first.
Yeah, I think it was only the first.
We did actually.
Because
I think it was actually just the first one. I don't
no,
know,
the first one was
like
only was basically the recap episode 22.
Oh yeah.
And then
The
23 and 24. No, yeah, 23. I think 21. Then 22, 23 came out, and we finished those in episode after. And then the season was over, and we had to wait to season 2 of Alicization.
I would say season 2. It's actually just part 2.
Yes, that's season 2 actually.
Yeah, I'd just say part 2 because technically it's season 3. But season 3 part 2. Anyway, point being. So for any of those who have not watched it yet and are going to, or don't want to hear about this at all because you're not much of an anime fan, we are, sorry to say. Plenty of other deals or reasons why you would not want to watch. I'm going to put up a spoiler warning, and that just tells you right away. And also, just you can leave if you want. You're free to do whatever the hell you want to. Don't.
If you leave, we will eat your cookies.
I mean, I'll just do it.
Well, I'm gonna eat their cookies anyways. I mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah. So, I guess we can go ahead and again start talking about the new episode.
So, I want to mention the most important aspect. The ending song is made by Lisa.
Yeah, I was gonna mention that to you, but I'm just like, I'm just gonna keep that. Wait, isn't the beginning song still Air or is that?
No, that was a different one. I don't remember her name.
That's another game.
ROE did Ignite and she did Ignite and what is the second R in the first season. I don't remember the name of that song. Yes, she did those two. I remember, and a few others.
Yeah, I obviously remember them, but I'm just.
Lisa is my
also,
second favorite
artist. I don't know how the freaking heck to pronounce that one, but.
But yeah, Lisa made the ending song.
Anyway.
She's the icon. I think she's the artist icon of SAO, to be honest. Because she's like done at least almost a song for each season. Like at least 1 to 2 songs per season. I think she even made wasn't it her who made alternative also?
That's it. IO or whatever. I don't know how to pronounce it. Whatever. Point is them.
Lisa and
AOE
is the two best. Like,
but that would be that.
That was an important part of the episode.
I don't really see that being much important, but alright, you go whatever you want.
The ending, the song was good. It was also called, what's the song called?
I didn't even listen to it.
The opening was called Resolution. Ending
that I did listen to.
The ending I don't remember. I should have remembered, but I'm an old man.
I didn't listen.
I'm getting.
Back to the point. We'll just go with the story because that's what the heck we're here to talk about.
Yeah, basically.
So I will begin. Obviously, first it starts off with showing off in a bit, but I'll get to that in a minute. Basically, it starts off with events that happen after the first part, which obviously people don't know, is, basically all that stuff happened. The freaking Wrath base was getting shot up and everything. Cool story, bro. Then, whatever they took down, the freaking main power or something, which affected, like, basically the thing that Kirito is sitting in. You know that thing? And burn his flick light. So now, basically, he's just very not there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has major brain damage, is basically the point. It's what it seems like, so, yeah.
We don't know
That's
what's wrong, but yeah.
I basically know, it just basically fried his brain.
Yeah, stop frying people's brains,
but it just fried that. Yeah, I mean, I'm obviously sure, because I'm sure it's going to be fixed later down the line and everything, he'll be back to himself. But for now, it's just that's what's going on. Basically, Alice took him from there to back over to Rulid. But, yeah. Basically, because everybody else just wanted to kill him, like, oh, you basically slayed the Pontifex. We don't like you. Even though we just heard that the Pontifex was trying to turn every single person in the kingdom into a freaking sword-wielding monstrosity. Nah, he's evil.
That's like
Sure.
the logic of everyone that's under under a rule. It's like, but he did actually do this. She still tried to fucking kill you, but she was a good rule. She
tried to kill almost. She tried to do a horrible thing to half the population, but she was our ruler. In which case, respect.
And she was naked for 6 episodes. So that's also
like 4, but regardless, terrible.
Also talking about Lisa, she made like every opening. But why is it saying there's 4 endings to Sword Art 2? This says ending 3 and ending 4. And this confuses me because there's only 3 arcs in Sword Art Online 2. So
No.
I don't get why this says there's a 4th ending.
Because it's probably going to be a 4th one in this. I don't know.
But why Sword Art Online 2 is over? So there's a 4th ending.
Oh, 2. Oh, well.
I'm confused.
I don't know, man. I'm not on about that. I don't really care.
Okay.
Anyway, back to the point. So basically, what happens, in a way, I kind of feel like it's kind of screwed up in a sense that she goes back to Rulid with Kirito. It's like, oh, he's, they go back there. I was, oh, that's Kirito. Something's wrong with him. Look over. Oh god, it's Alice. After freaking years of apparently having a crime. Father walks out. You figure the man would be super freaking excited that his dang daughter's back, but it's like,
you're a criminal!
Is your crime absolved? It's like, I don't know. Well, you're probably a criminal, so get out. Like, wow.
You're a criminal.
I know you're a chief and all, but
up.
freaking daughter, at least be nice. Like, at least be nice, Jesus. So basically the whole story is just of her living a farm life, basically, where she gets paid every month. Which
for doing
no,
she has to do a job.
For cutting down trees.
No, she has to do a job. Like, that's it. She do a favor for the guy.
It is the job, but I'm saying it is that she does get paid for cutting down, like, basically,
trees.
I don't know, 1 to 2 trees or
no,
so.
I think
just,
she's a defender of the town. Like, she defends from attacks, like if something close.
I don't really know if that's the case. I just know that's basically just to clear that. That seemed like the main deal.
Well, they should, but that's like the best thing. Is like, she's like, oh, I'm just gonna borrow the sword here and cut off the tree. Everyone's like, oh, you have a sword. Like,
you have a sword.
That's not the first thing I was like, do you know what this sword is made out of? This sword is made out of a tree.
Yeah, good luck with that.
I mean, If you think about it, it's made out of what I don't remember the name of the tree from episode.
You get cedar.
Yeah, like it's made of the strongest tree that ever existed, and they are like, yeah, you can't take down this tree with a sword. This
Yeah, it's made out of wood from a tree that has been there for over 300 years. I don't know how much they're freaking a lot.
Yeah, and then they made us. Then Kira, of course, shaded the game again, and took down a big fucking tree that a village hadn't been able to take down.
Usually how it goes. But anyway, point overall is that that sword, and then of course the villagers are dicks because they're like, oh hey, I want to take this sword away from this guy, which according to them it's like, oh he said yeah, we're just going like, oh yeah, sure. Try to get confirmation out of a vegetable. Good luck with that.
The best part was when it was betting an Excalibur. Basically, the sword is Excalibur for someone that have the right level. Like
Basically,
it's like, oh, I'm gonna take the sword.
Oh, it's super heavy.
I have a little bit of an issue here. The sword's not coming out.
They just walk away. She just like picks up, it's like, Oop, I just got it. Like, wow.
Yeah, you need to train a little bit.
Yeah, how about if you want to try to do some stuff, train.
I wonder who's gonna use my question though. Who's gonna use Juju's sword?
I don't know.
Cause I hope he's gonna dual wield it. My God, think about him dual wielding again.
I mean, they did it in episode 24 of the last part of Alicization.
What is it with him and dual wielding? Can't he use some other skills? Like a fucking.
Tri-wielding.
With him, he will
Three
probably be able to
swords.
fucking wield 3 weapons at the same times. I mean, in Alicization, it wouldn't be impossible to say to himself that only the mind is the limit. And if he thinks he can wield a spare sword somehow, he'll probably be able to if he wants to.
But there's all that stuff that happens. Turns out she kept her dragon. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, she has a pet dragon. I also want a pet dragon.
Mm.
Next, can I have a pet dragon?
I think that's how that works.
But I want a pet dragon.
Pretty sure they're extinct.
But a pet dragon.
The best you're gonna get is a bearded dragon. Or Komodo. Aren't really dragons.
I want a fire-breathing dragon.
Yeah, I don't think you're getting that anytime soon. Yeah. After that, basically that, what's his name? Eldriel? That's his name?
I don't know, but number 20,
I guess Eldriel.
21 came back also.
Yeah, just basically one of the Integrity Knights, basically the first one they faced.
Was it 21 they first faced?
It was the first one they faced, because after they broke out, they faced against the guy with the whip, and that was him.
Oh yeah, but the guy that beat with Shane.
Yeah. So, that's a real ball and chain. Anyway.
I would think it would have a job after that, like, so what you're saying is you got beaten by 2 people that had shade.
Teenager. Basically teenage looking folks at that.
Yeah, with shade.
Yeah, see, I don't ever understand half the freaking logic on that. And just like, oh, it seems like a warrior from the Dark Territory or whatever. Like, have you seen the folks in the Dark Territory? Because I'm pretty sure none are human.
And that, I mean, if you just watch the first, the orc stuff, the goblins. Yeah, that's the first episode. It's the goblins. The first in last season.
But
and they are definitely
well, I know
not
about
human.
them. I was just saying that I'm pretty sure they would understand that. Also, just comes there, doesn't even bother mentioning about Kirito for a few minutes. Just like, oh hey, how you been? You know, that's cool. Hey, we kind of need to conscript you back into this, this knighthood and such because why not? You seem to be having a good life here. Don't care about that. Come help us.
No.
Nope. It's like, it's because of him? Nope. Okay, cool, I'm gone.
No, he's like, I'm gonna have to kill him, and she's like, nope.
Like, no.
Like, no, you're not gonna kill him. Like, what? Is that like, what can you do? It's like,
basically, if you want a bridged version of that, it's just basically just like, so you want to come back with us? Nope. Like, why not? It's like, nope, not gonna. Okay, does it have anything to do with him?
nope.
Maybe. It's like, maybe. It's like I'm gonna kill him. Like, nope. Like, okay, I'll leave. That's just basically it.
We're gonna be like, why? Because of Stanza.
Yeah. Also, kinda, I don't know how much I really feel when it comes down to it, but they're kind of throwing some mixed hints at the thought of like Alice probably, it's a freaking harem show at this rate, but freaking Alice liking Kirito at that rate, I'm like,
No, I think it's Celica that's like Kirito.
Again,
Oh,
well,
God.
pretty sure she was a Yu-Gi-Oh person like that, but still.
Yeah, but he's kind
like
of a little bit not there at the moment. Kind of dead.
We don't know.
I mean, he's kind of dead.
Point overall, back to that bit. Yeah, they just keep trying to like ship that together, I guess, which that's gonna be fun later. Somebody drops in.
I hope the next episode actually is IRL world instead of accusation part, because I wanna know what's happened. Because if the ending of the last season was basically they were getting shot at.
I don't know who. I don't know what the hell's going on there.
No, we don't know who.
I don't know who was shooting them up. And the last thing that we saw, which honestly I don't think is what happened, because I was thinking about that, because as I mentioned before, like to you, I watched the last episode in the dub because I didn't finish it. You know, I just like I didn't watch that episode prior to this new one coming out. I'm like, okay, I'll finish that just to get off my watch list to say it's completed.
Yes.
But I watched that, and obviously I see, Quino going up, and the freaking whatever the hell he was, counselor guy, whatever, doing that. Kind of feel like in a way she exploded or whatever. Kind of killed her on that one for being too crazy. But don't think that's what happened. Now that I think about it. Actually, no, it wouldn't make sense. Like, she literally did. I think obviously what did happen is she left and got in that one robot that was in there.
Yeah.
Like,
all we know is that they were getting shot at.
Yeah, and I doubt it had anything to do with her, but still, he's out there.
And also Asuna. What's going on with Asuna?
Apparently, she was moved over to the same area with him.
They showed something about Leo this time also in the intro, and that made me
they had, like
they did that a lot.
I'm pretty sure that was just to talk with them, because talk with the original group, because that's just apparently what ALO's been used for so far. It's just
chat but
service.
I feel like there's more to it this time than like this group is gonna have
possible, but
they have not had too much in the series this far. But I feel like this season they're gonna have a little bit more. I hope Celica can just disappear, but who really cares? No one likes.
I'm pretty sure it's not gonna happen.
Fuck Celica, not literally, because I hate her. She can go die.
Again, that'll happen. There's a big thing in, like, I believe there's like a manga or something that has to do what is it? Like, it has to do with both Silica and Lisbeth getting like super popular or something. Silica apparently she had her own fan group, and Kirito joined that fan group as the #1 fan or something. Like, oh, weird freaking manga. And I was like, God, I know who I can't show this to. But the fun fact about that, though, is that obviously just up with her being not actually no. Definitely a point of the spoiler here. I mean, I don't really think you'd read it anyway. She got shown up by Pina. In the end, Pina's the one who gets popular, and Silica's just the side.
I mean, Pina
It's
is
like,
the
yeah,
better
she's-
one. I don't really like Pina either, but cute little dragon. I still want a pet dragon.
Got that, and then the Elizabeth one was
Yeah.
she made a freaking
But
crap
for
ton
the
of
next, and that's gonna be so
weapons.
good because for the next episode we stream this, we have probably watched the second two, the episode 2 and 3.
2 and 3. Yeah.
But I think we're gonna try to do like every episode, or every like 4 episodes each time. So like, this is the first episode, and the podcast came directly after the first episode. So we're like, okay, so this is what we do the recap for this episode. It's regularly upon us, but I wanna say, for it to be a good content in the future, I think it's gonna be best to do like every week a recap, or like but I think it's gonna be 23 episodes. So
According to Mal and a few other things, it was just 12.
that was episode, wasn't that season 3?
No, it was this one. The 12.
For me, it's 24.
This is 12 for me. 24 was the first one. This is just 12.
Oh.
I don't think it's going to go very far. And apparently, if you look also, Mal, it for some reason shows a 3, but it just says invalid.
Yeah, as I told you, they say that it may be 4 parts of this series.
But that, I guess, would make sense. It's a large story and it's still being written. Not finished yet.
I like here, Sword Online, like I said, 3 second season. SEO, like second season, Sword 3 second season, SEO 3 second season. I think we get it, the second season, like I said, or SEO 3.
I'll just say SEO 3 part. That's all I would call it.
Like, I want to say this. I want to say that Allocation is its own series in the SEO world. Like, SEO season 1 and 2 is the same thing. But Allocation is basically a new series in the same world and with the same characters and everything. Like, everything is continuous, but it's like its own story. I feel like it's more not like SEO and SEO 2 was basically teenage stuff, but I feel like, or well, more kids and more kid friendly than a little bit more kid friendly. At least the first season was more kid friendly.
No. First arc.
The first arc, well, I don't know.
The second arc is a no.
Well, it's more kid friendly, but or at least to the end to the like the last episode.
Yeah, the last like episode or the one before it. No, that is a rapey episode. And then we go to the third season. Hey, look, we brought it back. Like, why? Stop bringing that a thing. I mean, even Kawahara said is just like, you know, that was like my previous way of writing in a sense, because like it's a thing to have, like especially like Japanese writing. It's just like in a lot of subjects, it's like it's just something to put in there is like a bad thing that happens when it comes to like, you know, old people, I guess. It's just something they do. But now they don't do it, and even he agrees. It's like probably shouldn't have done that.
Wait,
I
what?
don't really like it either. What?
The performer is the voice actor for Alice for the opener.
Oh, cool. That makes sense.
That's kind of amazing.
It happens a lot. What else was I gonna say? Oh yeah, we never actually said the end of that episode of what happened.
That was basically that. Oh yeah, and it's ended with a
No, they
fucking
It was an attack.
That was the best cliffhanger ever. Like, hey, it's burning in the
Oh,
background,
there's an attack.
and then it's like, oh, by the way, raids. Next episode, raids. I'm like, thank you for that.
Well, really just like, you know, oh, there's a, you know, is there a battle going on? And she yells out for her sister, see if she's gonna run around.
Yeah, that's the last thing. Like, Silica. Next episode, raids.
It's like,
Like,
okay.
I wonder what will happen.
Grand
They're probably gonna play chess in that episode.
They're a great game. That's how it works.
I feel like if that would happen, like that's the thing with SEO. It's pretty straightforward. SEO is pretty straightforward with their stories.
Granted, there was a bunch of random stuff that nobody really makes sense of.
I mean, the first season kind of had that part with like Silica.
I still feel like when it comes to the show, I still don't feel like it's the same for me.
Unless
I recently
thing is the
rewatched
ending
it.
song.
Yeah, but like I recently rewatched the show, and I still feel like the first season, at the very least, the first arc. The second arc still has that feeling, but it kind of loses it in a way. It's just like the series has really gone like downhill. I mean, they brought it back up with Alicization, but at the same time, it's like it's not the same. It doesn't feel the same to me.
Yeah. I mean,
I feel like they're just winning too easily, or they won too easily against like a lot of the knights. Sure, they had the devastating deal near the end, but it's just like everything seemed like too easy on the other bits.
Like, and also like the two last episodes was like too much talking, and that was like,
yeah.
I mean, it was not a bad idea.
That's the thing I hate about newer anime these days, especially that has like action in it. They always drag it out, especially in freaking Dragon Ball. But we'll move past that little.
Oh god, we ever had that conversation a lot? Like, oh yeah, Dragon Ball. 20 episodes later. Okay, time to kill you. Like, you could have done that like 20.
No. It's just like, I'm gonna power up. 20 episodes later. I'm at my max level. 10 episodes later. Actually, I'm still leveling up. Oh hey, 5 episodes later. Sorry, I still have more power to show off.
By the way, I need to
go
to the dentist really quick also. Yeah. Wait for that.
This planet is gonna explode in 5 minutes. 30 episodes later. This tournament ends in 48 minutes. Literally, what? 50 episodes later. No joke. 50 episodes later. Come on!
20 minutes of the show. 50 episodes.
Like, jeez.
The time.
I mean, I get it's the way they work. I mean, in a sense, they are literally moving at like super speeds, and even though they'll show super speed in the action, it's just like apparently that's happened extremely faster than what they're trying to show. But that's their thing they're going for. Like that's just still drags it on, and then you have those sections where we're just like, oh, we're gonna fight, and they just stare at each other for a full 2 minutes, like. Okay, this is what I'm watching now. I'm watching two people lock eyes with each other in a way I don't want to see. Make out already, man. Get a room. Come on.
At least in SEO, if they're gonna kill someone, they suffer and then try to stab them, and then get denied because the bitch has cheat code.
That's a lot of that. But
and then she gets fucking morphed with a fucking clown and die.
Yeah. Like
that
said,
ending
when
was like, that's the definition of a fucking ending. Like, I'm gonna escape. Then the character's like, don't leave me.
Don't leave me. I'm a sexual predator. Don't leave me. Because he really is. Like, Jesus, this guy's like. Oh.
She's like, I'm gonna escape into your net, and he's like, don't leave. It's like, my God, boy, I'm surprised she hasn't killed you yet.
Like, I know I've been talking like crazy and I'm pretty thirsty, but I think that guy is drowning.
And he's kind
Not
of
drowning.
Morphed with her and blow her up. I don't think that relationship gonna hold. Ever.
No,
It sounds like it's.
There's a lack. Which is basically just. I don't know.
I think it's a lack of personality.
I think of that dang phrase. What the hell was it?
Are you trying to sound smart? Sound smart.
I'm trying to reference something. Hold on, it's just. I don't know what the.
Uh,
Wait, I think it was like I feel like I'm dying of thirst while I'm watching another man drown. I'm like, it's crazy. Like that's basically how that works. Anyway,
we're ending here. After this, we need to end here because otherwise, if we continue
there's not much to talk about. I mean, all I was gonna say really is just that I just feel like even though it is going in a good direction, it doesn't feel the same. It just feels like the first arc and parts of the second arc, even though there's just a lot of freaking cringe and stupidity in the second arc. But the first season, it's just
became like that. What I love with like alternative. That was like it was not like it was like oh hey,
it's a good show. It doesn't have that same feeling, like crushing, like always like trying to build up, but it's like literally a grind, trying to get up and try to do the next thing. Like that was the main type of feeling you had in the first arc of the show, and then you go to this stuff. It's just like, you know, we need a little bit of grind, I guess, not really much. And hey, look, we just killed, or we just like took down tons of different knights. Oh hey, here we are at the top already. Like, oh my God.
And then you have the recap episode when they sit on a ledge.
Like, we're on a ledge. Guess I should talk about some stuff. Like,
I get the idea of the recap because he has to explain for how it all happened, so you understand why he does what he does. I get that part. Fine.
But did you have to sit through another week just to wait because you wanted a recap? You could have done that like halfway through the week. Anyway, I don't know. I mean, I guess I'm still obviously watching the show, and I'm gonna keep watching.
I think that's like
good show.
It's not because the show, not even if the show was bad. It's like,
that's weird. You see that?
Yeah, kind of boring here.
JC
following.
Okay, first of all, go ahead and explain on that kind of boring bits because we're ending. We're about to end anyway, so that's the reason why. If you wanted excitement, that was earlier in the podcast / stream deal. That was way earlier, so sorry you got here late.
Where?
I was saying it was a lot more entertaining, at the very least. At least we were trashing people. But
I trashed Celica, or I can trash them again. Celica sucked. She should die. And
that's anime-wise. I was talking about earlier in the actual podcast.
Oh, so you mean this is the part?
It's not the full thing. Anyway, we had a lot more like interesting stuff now. We're ending now, so everything's getting boringish.
Panda.
JC Penny's has a panda.
Shut up, okay, guys, we need to end because if we don't, we're gonna sit here for like 20 more minutes.
He gets so like crazed up when we need to end. He's like, God, shut up! Like we gotta stop. Yeah, because you talk too much.
That's the thing. We're gonna continue talking about it. We need to like stop. Someone has to have the break. Oh my God. What normally is me now because
sorry, I cut the line.
I
cut the brake line.
I cut the line.
We're not stopping this train.
We not stop. Like, man, we need to stop. But with that said, you're on the mixer part already, so we don't need to ask you. But for the other people, don't forget to subscribe to us on YouTube. Both our channels is in my descriptions and in his descriptions. Follow us on Twitch if you're watching on Twitch. I mean, why wouldn't you watch us on Twitch? I mean, we suck, but
both of the deals are there.
That's not the difference.
And for those other than Yes Opinion that's in Mixer right now, anybody else, you may follow there as well. But at the same time, I mean, it's more just for those who watch there. Affiliate. There's nothing noteworthy exclusive.
Yeah, we don't do exclusive stuff. My stuff is Twitch.
Not really.
Oh, mine is like exclusive.
The only time it will is if there's
like,
somehow I hit affiliate on Twitch, and that is never gonna happen.
Yeah.
Especially now.
Yeah, but also here's the thing with me. Like, if I wanna, the only thing that's like exclusive is the stream itself. You can't get that on YouTube.
I guess.
Unless it goes straight on Breakpoint. that's a stream game that I'm only gonna stream on YouTube. And if you're interested in you,
I'm not even gonna. I'm not even gonna. I'm not even gonna freaking answer at this rate.
yeah, and my friends.
All right.
Also, social
Yeah, okay.
media. We have
So.
a Twitter account. I think mine is description.
Yeah.
His is in his description.
Story. Also, just to note, for those newly coming in, thank you all, by the way, follows and such, everything else. My God, coming in everywhere. I think you're the same person, so you're just like coming in all different freaking places. Thank you for the follows and everything, by the way.
Wait, why did my potato go
I don't know
off?
if you did it on YouTube or not. Probably not for you. Aha.
I didn't get a
Anyway.
potato. I'm sad now. I didn't get a potato. I want a potato.
Anyway.
By the way, maybe we should
so,
take away the spoiler more. I don't think we need. Have we
Oh, yeah, we're
spoiled
done
the
with that.
ending? Have we spoiled this ending?
Yeah, we're spoiling the end of the stream. Okay, so
We kind of got that.
to continue what I was saying, for those, yeah, that's what I figured. Okay, so to basically say, for you that just came in, anyone who's coming in now on my side that hasn't chatted or on Swedes, basically we do this podcast every couple of weeks. So we try to do it like 2 Saturdays from now, or the Sunday night, or the Monday night, somewhere on there, same time as we're doing now. Point being, 2 weeks from now. Yeah.
I like how we.
I explained terribly.
I love how you got silent. Like, what happened?
I guess. Well, screw you, Swede. Anyway, you're in it, so you're part of the reason why it sucks.
Two co-hosts. There's a reason why it sucks. What's the reason? I think it's the co-host.
You. It's the co-host. No, you're supposed to say you back to me. We just say you at the same time. Anyway.
No, because
that's
I'm
basically
gonna
be
say
it. So
we.
about. Yeah.
But wait,
that's the
have
way it
we
works.
taken everything? Wait, I'm gonna record. Did we take everything? YouTube, Twitch.
Yes, YouTube,
Twitter.
Twitch. We got the other stuff, Twitter. If you want to freaking
Our
for
Discord,
some
we
reason,
forgot
go
Discord.
around.
We have Discord
Yeah,
for us. To if you wanna
There you go.
chat with us.
There's that.
I have a command. I don't fucking. I have a command.
That's mine. Yeah.
I think
We don't really talk very much in mine, but that's only because there's not many active people at the moment. But whenever we get like plenty, it'll basically become active.
maybe.
So there's that. If you want to join, you may. You can talk to us more there. And you also get basically easier alerts if you want to follow. You also get alerts there for whenever we upload or stream something. And yeah, we do more than just this podcast.
Yeah,
Mostly
we are both
I
gamers.
try when I do.
I stream a lot of.
You stream a
Rainbow.
lot throughout the day.
I stream a lot of Rainbow, a lot.
Stream the rainbow, taste the rainbow. Anyway, that was a joke for earlier.
Yes.
Now, that's good.
That's the end. And
Okay, Streamlabs, thank you for showing up out of nowhere.
What is going?
But
What
that's
is
the end.
going?
I said it to every 5 lines, and yet it took that long. Okay, that is gonna be the end. So, oh my God, shut up, Streamlabs. Okay.
Shut the fuck up, Streamlabs.
That's gonna be the end. That's gonna be the end. Thank you so much for everyone who came to watch. Sorry for bruh for coming in here at the end and not being able to see much. So
Come back
yeah,
in 2 weeks.
maybe later.
Probably
Come back in 2
very-
weeks for the podcast,
With better
and
content.
you could just see us later
Or
in other
worse.
deals. So yeah, thank you guys for watching.
Adios.
See you later.